watch for the Saints to begin building a fresh defensive front that will fit new coordinator Brandon Staley's 3-4 scheme and select the best interior lineman or edge player available. As for quarterback, they've got capital to maneuver if they want to add a late first-round pick or move up in the second round. The quarterbacks I'm hearing they're most interested in, Jackson Dart and Tyler Shuck. Greeny?
It's coming, dude. I can't believe we're already at the draft. It's insane how fast time flies.
We'll see at what point tonight, if at all, we wind up hearing his name. In the meantime, you saw some of the players who will be here in the green room, and that's where our Molly McGrath is standing by. She'll have our interviews with the players all night long. Good evening, Molly.
Good evening, Greeny. That's right. There are 15 draft prospects in this green room, all hoping to hear their names in this first round.
We've had a lot going on this year, though.
Once they receive that life-changing phone call from their new team, players will walk this way towards this tunnel to make their way to the stage to meet with Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Jordan, who do you want the Vikings to take if they keep their first round pick?
I don't think they're gonna take him, but it'll probably be, I'm thinking Walter Nolan, the defensive lineman. But if that Nate McMillan could, for some miracle, fall, I wouldn't be surprised at taking another wide receiver.
It'd be interesting. Honestly, if a wide receiver's out there, take the best player available.
We're in a position to take the best player available. That we killed it this offseason with everything, addressing our needs, offensive line, defensive line, trading for Jordan Mason. So, like, it's going to be pretty simple to whoever's the best player, Kwesi, just go get him.
100%.
I would love to see Walter Nolan his entire life, but said he's most excited for this. To stand in front of this mirror.
I wouldn't mind James Pierce either, clearly, but Walter Nolan, Jordan Davis, and Carter
in a room
would be
right off of this stage
amazing.
are 32 team hats of all different sizes. They took the players' measurements just yesterday, and every player
That's what you guys need right there is more fucking good defensive linemen. That's what the whole NFL wants.
Yeah, please, yeah. Well, you guys lost who?
Fletcher was retired already.
Yeah. So I mean, you did lose some guys, and you guys like to rotate them, so it makes sense.
Like we lost
for more than 100 years, your city has been essential to the NFL's journey.
Like we really need to replace Sweat in terms of
we thank you for everything.
I feel like if you trade up, you're gonna get solid edge rushers. If you wait, you'll get some guys that'll take a little bit, and then like at the end of first or the second.
Yeah.
But
the legends.
Like if we could trade up, and get some of those.
And the traditions.
I know it'd be a long shot, but we have to trade up pretty far. I think like Jalen Walker, Kel Williams, some of those, Mike Green, even like those guys.
You guys would have to put a lot of draft capital into that.
So
I'm excited to see where Mike Green goes because he's kind of one of those guys that are really interesting to see where he'll end up going for Marshall.
Yeah, smaller schools. So
yep.
Like whatever, but he's the Ohio State game. Like he had a great game at Ohio State.
Dominated.
Yeah.
And his head coach used to coach at Bama, and he said he would start at Bama. I was hearing him say that. He said the only difference is he didn't have all the intangibles. He's one of those guys. He wasn't measured out. He didn't have the size or anything like that. But he said he would start at Alabama for sure. He's pretty dope.
So I don't have.
The commissioner will put the Tennessee Titans on the clock.
I don't have it up like last year just because of the whole like room and stuff. But I do have a drinking game.
Players you just heard Molly
I'll try to
McGrath
remember it
introducing you to
from my
several of
phone.
those
But
who are here. Cam Ward expecting to hear his name first tonight. Began his journey
we're gonna look
at the Incarnate Word, and tonight expected to be the first pick in the National Football League draft.
So take a drink for a person announcing a pick, and they mispronounce the name.
Oh God.
We'll see how
That doesn't really happen though in the first round as much because it's just Roger, and he practices all these names.
Yeah, there might be a couple, but I'm not really worried that
it would really happen a lot. And then take a drink when the commentators discuss what position Travis Hunter will play.
Or should you pick a side?
Yeah.
If they say wide receiver, drink. If they say corner.
Then take 2 drinks if Abdul Carter is compared to Michael Parsons, because we're all ready for that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 100%, but he's better.
Take 2 drinks if a trade occurs. So we'll see.
We're gonna be taking a lot of drinks then tonight, I think.
And then take 2 drinks if players from the same team are selected in back-to-back picks, which might be a couple this round.
Oh yeah, with Georgia, like the Georgias and the Michigans.
Yep.
Okay, and then lastly, finish your drink if your favorite team makes a selection.
Well, we don't got to worry about that.
One, yeah.
And then the last one, you guys are gonna love this. Finish your drink if the Raiders massively overdraft someone.
I'll be ready for that one.
Shout out, Dad.
What tight end are they getting this year?
Yeah.
Hey, it worked out though. It did work out.
To be honest, that's a hell of a tight end room already. So
it really is.
Who needs wide receivers when you're gonna have 3 top tight ends?
Mm-hmm.
It's true. That has to be a fun draft. It's a weird draft because like quarterbacks kind of weak, receivers kind of weak, tight ends decently strong. You know,
very defensive heavy.
Running backs are good this year. I think this is a really good running back class.
I agree.
I think we'll see 2 go in the first.
But I think the problem with the running back class is there's one standout, and the rest are way down here at the middle. You know, like not bad players by any means, but like not as supremely talented.
Yeah, I agree. I think some of these guys are going to be really cornerstone guys in the NFL, though.
Yeah, Bryce, has your take changed on Genty throughout the process and everything?
Not a fan of it.
Okay, it's interesting.
Did you see what his outfit was tonight?
I have not yet. I haven't looked at anybody's yet.
He's wearing like diamond out Crocs.
Oh,
nice.
Like
he's definitely this generation, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So you're saying he's a Zoomer? Diamond out Crocs.
Riding the bicycle.
What if Roger Goodell just ate shit and broke a tooth right now?
What'd you say if Shadur went #1 overall?
Dude, I would be shocked. I think
would you lose it?
I think the world would be shocked.
Would he go?
Where do you think? Are you saying where do you think he'll go?
No, where would he go? Like if he got drafted by them? I don't know if Dad would let that happen.
Probably not. I could see an Eli Manning type thing right there.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Right.
I don't know. That'd be interesting.
All right, I need him to declare it so we can get this shotgun over with, and then I can be sad.
Fuck, dude, I forgot about the shotgun. God damn it.
What?
We're in a shotgun once he officially puts Tennessee on the clock.
Oh, hold on. I only have tall boys.
I have a 16-ouncer too, so.
All right. Let me go grab it. Get it ready.
Let me get a bag ready so I can put on my. I was really hoping we weren't gonna shotgun. God damn it! But we got a shotgun. Special event.
Of course, we're always gonna shotgun.
I know we are. At this point, you know what? I think I can estimate that since we've done this podcast, Guinea, we have at least done 300 shotguns, and I feel like that's a pretty fair assessment.
Well, let me go.
How many videos do we have?
Well, how many official videos do we have?
We have 200 videos, but we've probably done more shotguns.
Yeah.
Last year we did like quite a few, and then I don't know. We've done a lifetime of shotguns in 2 years. Because this is 2 years, right? This is our second year of it. Right after the draft.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like you have 200 and some videos on there. I saw this afternoon.
Yeah.
of stars into the NFL.
So that's a shotgun for every
and bring hope
beginning
to
video.
every NFL team.
Yeah.
And we may have
And we stayed true to that.
for you tonight. But first,
Well, besides when I
let's
couldn't
hear
drink.
from some of your Packer greats. Please
Shotgun
welcome
sodas.
Clay Matthews.
That's your brother-in-law last year?
Oh yeah, dude, Austin. I was,
Jordy
Dude,
Nelson.
he
that
didn't
was
get
crazy.
work off, but I was when I messaged him, I was like, "Are you gonna join the
Crosby.
live stream again and drink a whole case of 12 Dr. like a whole case of Dr. Pepper again?"
James Jones.
Oh, awesome.
And Packer superfan Lil Wayne.
It's Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off script here real quick, Roger, but I just got off the phone with the president.
Oh, they got Clay Matthews out there too.
He asked me to pass a message.
Bro, he looks the exact same. He doesn't look like he's aged a bit.
Franchise is. So let me tell you what it reads here, all right? It says, "My fellow Americans."
Didn't think I was going to get a Donald Trump reference in the beginning.
God, dude.
I'm sorry, Roger. I'm sorry.
All right, where's Aaron Rodgers
You know-
at? Why would they not have him on this? Just terrible.
Just
Or Brett
terrible.
Favre.
Yeah.
That's true. Or Favre, yeah. Aaron Rodgers, the next quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, you mean? He's going to take
No.
us one play away from going to a Super Bowl because he's going to go throw a crossbody pick.
Time to get the show started.
All right.
Jordan, we're destined for it. You know it.
Don't say that. I'll cry.
We're destined for it.
I'll be a Bears fan if that happens.
You will not be a Bears fan.
I can.
You would not. I don't care what the Bears say. They won one goddamn Super Bowl, and that franchise has been a
All
dumpster
right, guys.
fire.
Tennessee's on the clock. You ready for this shot?
All right. Unfortunately, I think I am.
They're gonna take the whole 10 minutes, aren't they? They're
Oh,
gonna
of
be
course.
Yeah.
And so those are the words we've been waiting since
Going?
February to hear. The draft is open. The Titans are on the clock, and here
All
are
right,
some
cheers,
of the
boys.
options that they
Cheers.
have. Certainly
To the lattes.
expectation is that they will take Cam Ward, the quarterback out of Miami, but Travis Hunter is available and expected to hear his name called early tonight. The two-way superstar Abdul Carter, the pass rusher extraordinaire out of Penn State.
never gets
wearing the
easier.
legendary number of Mike
The
No,
one
it
thing
doesn't.
about
Will he be that level of
the one thing
good
about these
on the
things
next
is
level? The
they
two
don't
quarterbacks,
get
Cam
the stuff
Ward,
at the
again,
bottom of the can,
expected
like
to go
below
number
the
one tonight.
thing.
Is it the right decision? We'll talk about it. Shador Sanders.
Yeah, that's
Will
why I
he
don't
hear his
use mine.
name called tonight at all? That's one of the big questions we've been discussing.
Oh,
with
man,
the
lots
talk
of-
shows
It was up on my
leading
desk,
up to
but-
this night. The man who has almost all of the answers, almost all of the time.
Yeah, it's going to be Cam Ward by far, though.
Just what all 6 people watching wanted to hear was me burp continuously
Look at
into the
my
microphone.
right, it's the old school Iowa State logo.
Nice.
And then it's, dude,
That is old school.
it's at the bottom of my cup, too.
Where'd you get that at?
My wife got it.
Oh.
And my mom got it. Somebody got it for me. I don't remember.
On the what's not app?
No, I think it was just at a thrift store.
That app is so addicting. I did finally get your referral credits.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I've gotten so much shit off of that app now. I have dude, I finally got.
Me too. I'm wearing one right now.
I got a Marcus Smart Celtics jersey. Dude, I've wanted one since the day we drafted him, but I'm poor. I can't afford a brand new jersey. Got that. I got a Bill Russell USF jersey, a Joakim Noah jersey. We got a Derek White jersey now. We got.
You got the signed.
James White. Signed
James White.
Yeah. I got the the Le'Veon Bell signed Donald Trump Make America Great Again hat.
Oh, God.
I thought it was Antonio Brown's signature. They said it was for AB because they had like a bunch of like Le'Veon Bell and AB.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's certified and everything. And I was like, I swore he said I swore he said Antonio Brown when they listed it. So I disputed it, and I got my money back for it. But
Oh, hey, so you got it for free?
yeah, but I'm like, I don't want Le'Veon Bell's signature. The motherfucker just has to pay
Yeah,
$20 million.
he knocked out AP.
Dude, he did. That's crazy. I would have bet the house on Adrian Peterson beating his ass.
Dude, Adrian Peterson was like an inch and a half taller and 30 pounds bigger than him.
And
I was
the
thinking,
freakiest athlete I've ever seen play running back.
Can't take a right hook to save his life.
No, he can't. He can't fight. He can run the damn ball. He can run the damn ball real well.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be in front of him when that train's moving.
Why are we showing?
It's all day for a reason.
Why are we showing all these Sanders highlights when we know Sanders is not about to get drafted? Come on,
bro, watch it happen.
Because it's the most controversial take right now. Yeah, and they're gonna show all the Cam Ward highlights after he's drafted.
You want a 30-pounder.
It's
you
true.
want a guy with a rocket arm. You want a guy with 4.6 speed. It's not Shedeur Sanders. Cam Ward, stronger arm.
It's not Shedeur Sanders, guys.
I get it, but I'm telling you.
Okay, how does your guys' big board go right now? Tell me. Like if just not by where you think they're going, but like
most talented players.
Yes, yeah.
Hunter, Carter, Mason Graham.
You're going to talk about these two things, and it's the two things that Shedeur Sanders has built his career on. And yet
Carter's my number one by far.
Over Hunter.
Yeah, I love Hunter too. I think they're both generational players. I think they both are going to define the future of football. You watch them on the field; they both play multiple positions. Obviously, Travis Hunter plays offense and defense, but Abdul Carter is inside, outside linebacker. I mean, he does it all. Like it's every Penn State game I watched, which I watched a few this year because they were really good and it was interesting. Every game I watched, he popped as the best player on the field.
The Browns really love Travis Hunter because he's a dual type player.
Yeah, and they need that. They need that offensively.
I want them to take Carter so bad.
Yeah, put him with Myles Garrett. That is death row.
I wouldn't know what to do as a quarterback. I'd be like, all right, well, we're running hot routes.
You roll. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm handing the ball off up the middle the whole time because I don't want to get touched.
All right, the pick's in.
Oh, they left 5 minutes on the clock.
Shocker.
Yeah. And the Titans just signed Tyler Lockett the other day too. I don't know if it was today or the other day. So he's gonna have some decent weapons.
Yeah, that's a good pickup too, especially in that slot position. A guy that's be very reliable for him.
They still have Calvin Ridley, who I like, but he's old as dirt.
Yeah, I mean, Van Jefferson isn't that bad either.
No.
Van Jefferson always shows up at he's the right guy, wrong time, always.
Yes. I think
so a late game they're down 20, he always he pops off.
They have okay running back.
Okay, put Cam Ward in the draft last year. Where's he going? Before J.J. McCarthy?
No, J.J. McCarthy. I was gonna actually talk to you about it. J.J. McCarthy would be the #1 overall pick in this draft.
100%. He chose to go last year because he wanted to go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
He wanted to go to a team that could compete, be good.
I think even Bo Nix might be over Cam Ward. And Bo Nix, I do believe that because even Bo Nix, who I liked him in the draft, but I don't think he was as highly touted, and he went way earlier than I thought anyone would.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a late first, early second.
We laughed when they took him right after us.
We did, but fuck, he looked great.
He looked good this year.
I want us to take him in the 20s, though.
Bo Nix is definitely tough. I think Cam Ward would have probably edged him out. Here comes the commissioner. The pick is like it's very close.
So,
number 1.
Definitely not better than Caleb. Definitely not better than Jaden Daniels. No. Definitely not better than
in the 2025 NFL draft.
Patriots guy.
Oh, Drake May.
Drake May, right?
Yeah, Ward. I agree with all those.
So
Iowa State beat you.
who was next. Yeah, but he sat
He
half
played
the game.
half the game.
Hey, I don't care.
I was both. I was so
Hey,
pissed they gave.
no, Iowa State still beat them. It counts. Who had the start? Who had the start? Who gets credit?
That's
for
true.
the
The whole team. I don't think individual players get credited with wins or losses.
Yeah.
As a starter, that gets as a ding as a loss on his resume.
The Cleveland Browns have traded.
I like him more though. I think he's
First
gonna be.
They're moving back to number 5 to the Jacksonville
Who
Jaguars
traded?
spot. In return, the Browns
They traded the
Jaguars,
second?
they traded down 3
a
spots.
second round pick, number 36.
Dude.
A 4th round pick, number 126.
Are they gonna take Hunter right here?
And
No, they're gonna.
the first
Yeah, they're gonna
round
take
pick
Travis
of
Hunter.
the Jaguars in 2026. The Jaguars
Ooh, I
in
don't
turn
know
get
how
the
much
number
I
2
like this
pick,
though or
a 4th
not.
round pick, and a 6th round pick. The Jaguars are on the clock. The youngest general
All right.
manager in the NFL.
Titans.
Wow.
James Gladstone, at the age of
They only traded for
34,
how
new
many
regime in
picks? I
Jacksonville.
didn't hear it.
The first round, the second round, 36 overall, and a 3rd round pick, and a 4th round pick. Yeah.
I don't know if I would have done that.
Move down 3 spots. You're not getting one of the generational guys,
Yeah, you must.
but you're probably getting the best player
Yeah.
on your board.
Yeah, who do they want?
So-
Who are they?
It's got to be Hunter, dude.
Do they
No,
think they
no,
can
I
get
mean the Browns.
Genty?
Who do the Browns think? Like, if the Browns aren't sold out on Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, they're moving down 3 spots to 5.
Maybe they're going to
They
trade
could take
again.
Genty.
Yeah, who are they looking at?
They could take Genty and then try to trade back in and get Shador later
That's true.
at 24. Hey, they're accumulating picks right now, so the Vikings could have them later.
Travis Hunter is, in my opinion, the best player in this.
How many first round quarterbacks are going to go?
3.
It's tough in the NFL to play
Ooh.
both ways. It's going to be very difficult. He may not be able to do it.
Well, we have one already.
But I
Yep.
think you
And
can
then-
always
and then we've
put
got,
it in on the other
Shador.
side of the ball. He's gonna be
And
out
then
there
it's
with
going to
Trevor.
be
And then
the
on
Ole Miss
defense,
kid.
the cornerback spot being lead area.
Everybody's been
Jackson
everybody.
Dart.
Yeah, Dart.
I think so too.
Jackson Sharp, because listen to me guys, every year there's a quarterback that gets overhyped and then drafted too early. You got the Zach
Was it last
Wilsons.
year?
It tells you they believe he was the number
Well,
one player in this
last
draft.
year
They
I
needed them
don't
on
really
both
know
sides
if there
of the
really
ball.
was one last year.
Bro,
But
if-
last year everybody was on. Everybody was on. Like everybody was guaranteed. Like they were all bona fide first rounders. last year.
I
I'm
think
talking
the
about a guy
biggest
that wasn't
bust,
talked about.
the biggest bust out of the quarterbacks last year has to be by far Caleb Williams, just because the expectation, the hype on him, compared to what he was. And I said on this podcast that Jane Daniels is the best quarterback in that draft.
You did.
Caleb
You
Williams
did.
could be good.
I believed. I was with you on that too.
You can best believe he's going to use him on offense to the fullest extent.
Sure. I don't
Yeah,
think you want
Caleb
to play him
Williams for
120
sure.
snaps a game. I don't think that's what. I think it's going to.
I don't know if he's a bust though. That team is just so
He's
bad.
not, but compared to
That
the
team,
other,
the production was still there. Like it's solid, and they've gotten some offensive linemen.
This year,
Like-
hard though,
fully
because you have to grade him higher because of how much like he's generational. Like the Bears team that they put together, like
Yeah.
you know, he had weapons. Now the offensive line is terrible, but if he doesn't show, like he's got to come out there and be at least like a top 15 player next year. And if he's not, like the Bears made the wrong decision because Jane Daniels right now might be top 10. Easy.
Is he going to be able to run Ben Johnson's offense too? Because Ben Johnson's such a timing and like control the ball kind of offense, whereas he's more of like a wing it, roll around and make a play type.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that actually fits. So I don't think we're going to know early on in the season either. I think it's going to be a later in the season situation.
The Browns got the 5th, the 2nd, the 4th, or the 5th overall pick, the 2nd, the 4th, and the 1st round pick of next year. Just to move up 3 spots. That's crazy. Crazy.
Look,
Bro, they sharked the fuck out of him.
And then the Browns can trade the 2nd and the 2nd and the 4th next year, and then they have a 1st rounder to give us. So all 3 of those will be Vikings picks later at 24, and they'll be able to get their quarterback.
The fancy
It all works out. Yeah, he was loyal. He was there for what, 15 years?
Yeah, he's gonna pay back.
Jalen Milroe gets invited to this draft, the draft. Does he go in the first round? Is he clearly you
he's flirting with it, right? Like they
watch the Browns draft him.
But wasn't Will Levis that way too?
Well, Will Levis
was,
but they expected
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
Anthony Richardson was crazy though, Jordan.
Yeah,
that should not have been picked that early. No. I remember that. I was like, I was praying to God that we wouldn't get Anthony Richardson or Will Levis.
He's trying to play it cool.
He knows. He knows.
Okay,
so I have a question for you, Jordan.
I think he's the best.
I'm in a dynasty league where it has defensive players and offensive players. First overall pick. I may have tanked for Tua, but Tua is not in the draft. He's already been drafted. Do I take Travis Hunter or do I take Genty?
You're getting points on both for both sides.
I think I should.
Offensively and defensively. You'll probably want Travis Hunter.
I think so,
to me, he's a better. Everybody says he's the better wide receiver, and he's a damn good wide receiver. But I think he's a low end. He's a low end wide receiver too. He's your top tier wide receiver 3. But I think he's a cornerback, and he knows more about routes than and everything more than most corners do.
He's
So
going to be a guy that you come in and play full-time cornerback or whatever. But you're going to come in and get 20
package plays,
20 snaps a game, roughly. You know.
But he's going to want to stay wide receiver because that's where he'll make money on his second contract, third contract.
That's what I would do.
To celebrate the 32 young men entering the NFL, I'm honored to take a moment to recognize a player.
Skinny, I'm on my 4th drink. You can chill out. Said I wasn't going to drink tonight.
You're going to be drunk in 2 more, and then you're gonna stop drinking for the rest of the night.
No, I got some tacos coming. Don't even worry about it.
Each year, who best represents greatness and
knowing that I was going to drink 3, almost a gallon of apple pie, I drank about 150 gallons of water.
Bro, before we were on here for the last, when 6 o'clock hit, I was chugging water the whole time.
I'm probably going to be a super old man and have to take a piss like every 10 minutes at some point, just because.
Well, we know that. You're already like that anyway. Yeah, we know that.
That gets edited out on our filming, all right? Fuck off.
Yeah, they don't know. I know that.
You're telling people my secrets, Marcus.
I'm telling them right now.
Thank you to the commissioner. Thank you to
See who they take, dude.
in the NFL and nationwide. And also
they take Abdul Carter. What'd you do? Did you shit?
On the NFL journey to identify a passion close to their heart and act upon it.
So
use your platform to make your community
the Giants now is where I'm crazy concerned.
Oh, this is interesting though.
They had Thibodeau.
I think they take Carter. That front 4 would be ridiculous. Brian Burns.
Yeah, but who's throwing the ball? Who's running the ball? Who's
Tracy?
They got Russ.
Yeah, he's fine. He's a good
wide
receiver.
And Jameis that at least take care of him for a year.
Oh my God, take care.
Someone give Jameis a chance, man. I just want it for fantasy purposes only.
And with the 2nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter, wide receiver, defensive back from Colorado.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, his dad did get to go. His dad's on probation, so they let him.
Dad can't. Terrible.
Yeah.
Star on both sides of the ball, but making history is nothing new for this Heisman winner.
I mean, I think that's probably a decent pick for him. He can play all over the field. Trevor Lawrence needs more weapons.
Yeah, you need a star. You need somebody your fan base can get behind. He's a Heisman winning player. He's extremely talented. he's an easy dude to get along with, and like, you know, he plays video games and has a good time, like relatable.
Yeah.
So I love it. I think it's a good pick.
God damn, dude, I'm gonna pick the fuck out.
Now can Liam Cohen use him right? That's the question.
Is that guac or lettuce?
That's guac, dog.
Damn. What would you up with this guac?
Damn right.
Yeah, so's Travis Hunter. All this money he's about to make.
Yeah.
He's worrying about how many players were on the field. That's the underrated part of Travis Hunter. His passion for the game.
Sanders is wiping his tears. That should have been me. That should have been me.
Great players who have played in the National Football League. All right, a lot of great pass catchers in particular.
Bro, I just remember Travis Hunter from like watching him on Destroying stuff.
Really made their name. But this guy right here,
he is a generational
I was out there at his pro day.
He needs to get rid of that girlfriend, but yeah.
He does need to get rid of the girlfriend. She's not so good, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's not in it for him.
Some of the most natural hand-eye coordination and ball tracking I've ever seen in my life.
What's a good athlete without having a toxic girlfriend, though, Jordan?
That is true. Me.
He's different.
There you go. You gotta have him.
That's why Jacksonville went ahead and did what they did.
Gotta have him.
But they said, look, he's too good to pass up. Mel coined it perfectly. I said it just a minute ago.
So you think if he went as wide receiver, he'd be wide receiver 1 in this draft? Is he the best wide receiver? You don't think?
Nick McMillan.
You think McMillan is?
It's McMillan, and then there's I think there's a significant drop off.
I like McMillan.
You don't like Emike Mbuka or whatever from Ohio State?
But
you always trust Ohio State wide receivers, right? Like I think he'll be fine. I don't think he's as good as like Jackson Smith and Jigba or the last few, but they also got a guy coming up that's going to be good here in a couple years when he's draft eligible. Jeremiah Johnson or Jeremiah Smith.
I would put McMillan up here, and then like there's a tier, good solid tier below him.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though.
Bolden's not bad.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. No. I don't even have him going in the first round.
It has to be a 60-40, 75.
Oh, really?
Just because of how defensive heavy.
The question is, where do they use him first? Is it primarily offense or defense?
Like first round and a half is. I kind of have him getting falling back a little bit
takes us down to the stage. Molly.
Because of that.
Thank you, Greeny. Travis, Jacksonville.
I think some of these really good teams are gonna get some really good offensive and defensive linemen because I think they're gonna go later than they should, and it's just gonna make good teams better. So I think I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
About where they see you playing for them.
I mean, they told me they was gonna let me go out.
I wasn't as high on like players in this draft as I have been in the past few drafts. Just from like from the outside, playmakers standpoint. Running backs, like you said, is up this year, but every team needs running backs. So, and most teams are by committee now. You need one or two just because of injuries alone. So this is where it's going to get real interesting because the Giants don't know how to function as a franchise right now. So what the hell are they going to do?
What do you guys think it'll be?
It's hard for me to say Carter does not go top 3. If he doesn't, I would say that they're looking to trade right now and get some picks later because they have so many needs all across the board that they need some good guys. I don't think one generational guy will do it. And
Would you be shocked if it was Sanders?
I would be extremely shocked if it was Sanders. I don't think Sanders is going before 20.
Really?
No. And not that he's not that talented. I think he's the most accurate quarterback in this draft.
Hey, Milton asked in the chat, where did McMillan go to college? He went to Arizona.
Arizona.
Yep. He is pretty good. Everyone comps him to Drake London, though.
Yes, he's I would say Drake London's a very good comp. I would say he's got shades of Randy Moss where he's tall, lengthy.
Yeah.
Jump balls are good, but I wouldn't put the Randy Moss label on him as like a oh my god best player in the world kind of guy. He's got wide receiver 1 potential.
The New York Giants select Abdul Carter.
Pick is in.
Defensive end, Penn State.
Yep.
It's got to be Carter.
Good. Yeah. He was my number 1 on the big board, so you take him at 3, right? You get the best player in the draft.
I hate having 2 keyboards, my work and my personal, because I'll start typing on my work one, and I'm like, wait, why is it typing? And then I'm like, wait, I'm on my personal computer right now.
I mean, Giants got kind of scary.
Yeah, that front 4 is going to be...
That defensive line is going to be scary.
Over a 2-year period. They unleash him off the edge this past year.
That is
Clutch said the Wildcats were good. They were bottom of I think they were bottom of the barrel this year. They were good last year. And then they had a fall off this year. I think they had maybe 4 wins.
They dropped him in the coverage. Did a really good job there.
It won't let me open up your chats. Oh, never mind. It's right here.
I thought he was exceptional. The foot injury kind of clouded.
And it's not about team good either. It's about player potential, and he tested really well. His combine was through the charts.
Play him off ball. Will he be in that rotation with those guys? Bottom line is you're getting a guy off the edge this year when he was finally
they went 4 and 8
saw what he could do when he was unleashed.
2 and 7 in
conference. Parsons, this kid resembles that type of player.
First year in the Big 12, so. But as my wife would say, no pity for the kitty. So.
No pity for the kitty.
Arizona always sucks.
When is the Boise running back going?
Could be right now, actually.
Yeah.
Give somebody Drake May could hand the ball off. They want to get him weapons. They just got him Stephon Diggs. Is he going to be fully healthy by week 1? Or you got to get a guy that's going to be able to, you can hand the rock off to 20-25 times a game. They do need offensive line help too.
Yeah.
So it's.
I feel like he's going to be the guy out of Missouri.
When they put him in a 6 technique, right? Head up over the tight end. When tackles started coming down on him and double teaming him, whether or not he was going to be able to withstand it and come back again and again.
I would take an offensive lineman here. You still got Stevenson. He's all right. He's not the best, but
they just signed him to a 4-year contract.
Yeah, they have money in them.
Will Campbell is the best lineman for me, offensive lineman for me this year.
He is
and
kind of to be top 4. I wouldn't say he's top 4 pick talented at lineman.
He's top 10. He's top 10 though.
Definitely top 10, but it's kind of they call it a reach if you want to get realistic. That's 4 for him, but you can't do anything if you don't want to trade back. You don't want to risk anything for a couple picks.
And the best 3 players, well, 2 of the 3 best 3 players are already off the board. So like if you a good running back or a great running back still needs a good offensive line to be productive, right? So you build your offense through the line. Well, you build your offense and defense both through the line.
Just asking how you guys feel about J.J. McCarthy and if he's going to start.
100%.
All right.
He should.
I'm gonna go use my first bathroom break of the night.
Milton, I can tell you right now that if I could have put a second mortgage out on the Vikings having over 8.5 wins this year, I would have. Because I should have done it last year. I only put 25 on it, and it was 7.5 last year.
Wow.
And we won 14, so that was the easiest money you could ever make. But
the 2025
the team's built to win right now.
I bet you were fucking scared when Sam Darnold was taking over the realm.
I was.
You were like, that's not gonna hit.
And then he just made plays, and he could move out of the pocket when the pocket got muddled. And he, he proved that he can play, which I never doubted. I had him high when he got drafted. I thought the Browns should have took him at 1 when Baker went out.
I love Baker though. Baker was my number 1 guy the whole time that year, though.
Baker's, I don't know.
He's Favre-esque, though.
He's very Favre-esque, so maybe that's why I don't like him so much.
You have a grudge against Favre after everything, don't you?
100%. I didn't really want him to win for us either, because then Green Bay fans would just say, "Oh, you had to have a Packer to win your Super Bowl, huh?"
Yeah.
So I just same reason why I don't want Aaron Rodgers on this team. This team has good culture right now, and if he comes in,
he would kill it.
He'd kill it 100%, and this team would go off the rails.
Here's the thing. I'm so excited we're bringing back Brian Flores.
Oh yeah. He won't get a head coaching job until that lawsuit's settled. So we've got probably this year and maybe next year, and then
What lawsuit does he have? I didn't know he had a lawsuit.
He sued the NFL with the whole Brian Dable job thing because Belichick texted him, was like, "Hey, heard you got the head coaching job for the Giants. Congratulations." And he's like, "You heard that? Where'd you hear?" And then it was Dable. So he sued the NFL because whatever. But I understand what Belichick probably just pressed the wrong button. The man's 70-some years old and saw Brian on his phone.
No, the Vikings running back is still
Aaron Jones, and then Jordan Mason we traded for from the 49ers.
Which that's a good pickup. That was a good trade.
And we signed him. We signed him to a 2-year deal. So we've got him to kind of be our transitional to our next whoever it is. Ty Chandler's not it.
No.
You're not actually allowed to drink in a beer commercial?
Yeah,
they kept trying to feed us Ty Chandler, and that.
You gotta wait till it's done.
He was not good.
No.
Last year was the year to be good too.
Yep, last year was the year, but yeah, he didn't. He got way more limited snaps than he had in the past too. But you got to be able to shake a couple guys. But now that the offensive line's improved tremendously, we're gonna have a top 5 offensive line if they can stay healthy.
We just need another guard, Jordan. If we get another guard, we're gonna have a top 5 offensive line.
That is true, and that's why that tackle from Texas. Trying to remember his name.
Oh, fuck! What is he might go.
Malachi Banks.
He might be available.
Malachi, is that his name? Malachi or
Calvin Banks.
Calvin Banks. If he's available, they said that he'll probably be able to play like a swing guard tackle situation. So we could start him at guard now, and then maybe O'Neal, because O'Neal's getting a little expensive and he's 30.
Yeah.
Could transition him to right tackle.
Travis Hunter, the sensational two-way star out of Colorado, number 3, the New York Giants.
I also like that Greg Zabel from North Dakota State too.
Yeah,
he's been climbing up draft boards too.
And he's one of those guys that can play all 3. He can play center, guard, or tackle.
Yeah.
But our front office has not drafted highly on small schools. They've been getting Georgia.
While I was peeing, they probably were talking about a Blue Carter. I'm gonna guess they compared him to Michael Parsons.
I'll take that. That was my comp to him.
Will Campbell, tackle, LSU.
Campbell. Called it.
Nice.
Well, it's a good pick too. About it. This dude playing at LSU has gone against some of these top pass rushers in this draft.
Yep.
And
was the
most
most
years draft. Very successful against them. So.
Yep. And he's 21.
Yeah.
He's 21 years old, so he's young. He's 6'6", 319. Man, he's got good feet. He's everything you want. But you got to get somebody to protect Drake May.
You can get running backs later on in the draft. You can get. There isn't a great wide receiver room, but you can get weapons to help out Drake May. So,
yeah,
I think offensive line is what makes quarterbacks money right there.
Right.
Left tackle gets paid more than right tackle. Well, usually if you're a right-handed quarterback.
A right-handed quarterback.
You get paid more.
But if you already have somebody there and you want to get paid tackle money, which is significantly more than guard money, you'll play it.
Yeah.
So you can still be a right tackle, or you can still, you can want to be a left tackle and play right tackle and still get money. Brian O'Neill is what? Isn't he top 3 right tackles paid in the league? And he could play left. He played left tackle his entire career at UCLA.
Yeah.
Tristan Wirfs started as a right tackle and then moved to left, and he bounces. You know, he bounces back.
Yep. What they need, yep.
And he got paid. You know,
yep. Honestly, I'd pay a guy more if you're able to play multiple positions. Hence why Travis Hunter, you know, like.
Yeah.
You pay guys more versatile, right? It's a more of a surefire thing for you. And if he's not working out at one, put him at the other.
The Giants, right? Giants have Abdul Carter. They have a quarterback.
It's like Mekhi Becton, dude.
Wilson, Winston, and DeVito.
Because they're protecting the quarterback who makes all the money and does everything.
Think about Mekhi Becton. That dude's a 340-pound tackle, but he's lining up at guard. That's just scary.
And he was playing great.
Yeah.
And they get paid more than guard because they're going up against the harder competition. The defensive tackles are more run stuffing big guys that you can hold your own against a little bit. Whereas you're out on an island if you're a tackle playing against these Myles Garretts and all these other, you know, pass rushers that are just tremendous.
Right now, Mike Vrabel's doing, and he's walking around in that dressing room.
I mean, think about it. Jason Kelsey was undersized. Undersized in the league. And he lasted how long? He's a Hall of Fame center, basically.
What, 13 years?
Yeah, he's a Hall of Fame center. And because he's not having to guard fucking Micah Parsons, J.J. Watt, and all that. Like, he had to go against like guys like Dexter Lawrence and
Aaron Donald, but he held his own against too.
And even then, like Aaron Donald was undersized. You know, like,
but primarily Milton, it's because tackle is the harder position to play. In all reality of it, it's the harder position of
the Browns are going to take Genty here, honestly. They got their pick in pretty fast.
You think it's Genty?
You're getting top 3 at the 5. You're getting that value.
What else do you take? I don't think you take Sanders at 5.
Well, you're just the
or Hunter Carter. You have Ashton Denty, Mason Graham, Membu. Like, I don't think they touch any of those guys.
They don't need. I don't think offensive line they need is bad.
Aren't they in the mix for Kirk Cousins too?
They could be.
So.
I mean,
like if Will Johnson didn't have his injuries, I think Will Johnson could go up this high. But that's not gonna happen. I don't think they would take him either. I think at this point,
I never thought that Genty would fall out of 5, so Genty's my choice.
Yeah.
But
I don't like it. But I think
it's the Browns. It's also the Browns.
It's too early, man. If they take Genty, that's way too early. I like Genty, but Genty's not Bijan Robinson. He's not Bijan Robinson.
I don't know. I think they're pretty comparable. And he'd be in a place where he's going to get more touches than Bijan does. Bijan has to share with Algier and them.
Bijan was crazy last year, though. I just don't think
toughest
he's the player.
position to play on defense in your opinion, cornerback.
Corner, 100%.
Corner, yeah. Everything's against you.
Especially with the pass interference calls and shit that they do. Corner.
Flags are always offensive. Go to the offense. Playing the ball, playing the wide receiver, having to know what routes, basically guessing what routes they're about to run.
And here comes the commissioner to announce the selection.
Especially if you're slower, like guys like trying to guard.
You have to have great feet, great hands, great vision. You have to be able to turn your hips real quick.
Cleveland Browns select Mason Graham.
Oh,
defensive tackle,
shit.
Michigan.
Yep. Okay.
Wow.
So after all of the speculation,
Genty to the Raiders.
We may get outside of the trades,
Probably at this point.
the players we were expecting.
Wow.
I mean,
is a two-time All-American.
that's what I would do, Skinny.
I mean, I see it.
Yeah.
Hey, you're putting him next to Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
So you got inside and outside pressure now.
Melton said the corners get paid the most on D. No.
All right,
pass rushers.
For sure. And then I think DBs are the next.
Corner. Yeah, corner's number 2.
A little bit of a curveball with Mason Graham, not on that one grade, but on
Getting to the quarterback's
other
what
key
matters.
areas, but defensive
100%
tackle was
that's
one of
what
those.
matters.
Mason Graham, heavyweight
That's what makes
wrestling
DBs
champion.
better
And you
too.
see that in terms of
And then
leverage.
Gage said, "Yo, what's up, boys?
Over
I'm tuned
the
in.
NFL, the
Just
versatility,
got
the
overloaded
violent
with work
active
over here."
hands, the reactability,
What's up, buddy?
Welcome in.
diagnostic ability.
Welcome in, brother.
Stats were not off the charts, but if you watched him, he was disruptive, bro. He made an impact game in and game out.
Well, I had the first 4 picks right. I had Mason Graham going at 6, so
When you're
Really?
in that position,
Pretty
bring
close.
inside,
Yeah,
you better have a couple of things. You better have a quick first step. You better use your hands well.
Well, and here's the deal: you don't have a quarterback to win with. Look for them to be in the mix.
I think they trade up. I think they trade up with the
Late.
Commanders.
But
Commanders.
if you don't got a quarterback, go get somebody. Go get a defense built that only lets you score 20 points.
Browns are gonna trade up their second round pick, trade with like the Commanders. Commanders don't have a third, so they'll get a third round pick with that trade. So then that way they can go get like whatever. But I think the Browns trade up.
Why not trade Minnesota? What do we
Is this a do or die year for Stefanski?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same
Playoffs
thing
are
with Trevor Lawrence.
fired. Playoffs are. You think that too with Trevor?
Trevor's a big year for Trevor.
Okay.
Because he's been really up and down. But
I can
it's a
see
big
that.
year for a lot of people.
But can he produce rushing the pass?
I honestly think the same thing with Caleb Williams at this point.
So, see, the thing
I
is
do.
about
I do.
first round quarterbacks, you get them for basically 5 years. So
Yep.
Are you bringing to Cleveland?
I know a lot of times
first
that first
competitor,
year or
I
two,
wanna come in
then
there and
after
win,
that, then once
guess
that
that's
third year
happening,
hits, they're looking to
Year,
move on.
it's year
Dude,
three. It's
I
year
feel like
three
year
is usually
two,
when
they
they
don't do
decide.
anything.
A Michigan
I
man
feel like
is going
year
to the
3
state
has
of
to is
Ohio.
like their official.
How are you going to make
You gotta
amends
show
with those
something
fans
or
after
we're
what you
moving
did to the Buckeyes the last 3 years?
I'm sure we'll get
But
along.
yeah, I do feel like Trevor Lawrence.
Alright,
I
good luck.
love
Thank
Trevor
you.
Lawrence, and I loved him coming into the draft.
That's exactly right.
He's gonna make it or break it time right now.
Yeah.
Enemy
Well, the other one
For the
too
Jags to
is
put everything into him.
But the other one too is not only quarterback.
of the Cleveland Browns.
Coaches.
Mason Graham, an
If you're
outstanding
constantly
player.
getting
So
new
now the
coaches,
Vegas
and you're
Raiders
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to be successful.
Fascinating
Yeah,
decision
it
they
is.
have ahead of them here. Early
Think
in
about
this
it.
process,
Jalen
Mo,
Hurts has
we were
had what,
talking
8
about
different
Shedeur Sanders here. He has a
coordinators
long
since
history
college or something,
with
high
Tom
school or
Brady.
something.
That
Like just
conversation
some
has pretty
insane
much
number.
died away
And
completely.
Yeah.
he's found
With
success.
the early
luckily.
discussion, that's
But like
not
some
what
of
we're
those
expecting.
guys,
At least here they have
you
Pete
get
Carroll. You see him there.
a new guy
in the
every
draft
year.
room as the
We
Raiders make their
struggled because
decision
we
at
kept
number
losing
6.
What about Geno
coordinators and
Smith
kept
now,
losing
right?
them.
Pete Carroll are tied together.
Yeah.
He made Geno great, right?
Well, and learning the verbiage and how plays are operated and how they want their system run. It's tough, man.
The only thing
It's
that
one of the
won't
hardest
change-
jobs.
The only thing that won't change is every coordinator's got the tush push in it.
For now. For now.
If they ban it, I'm never watching the NFL again. This quarterback, this podcast,
He lies.
I'm leaving the podcast. If they ban that, I'm done. You heard it here.
Marcus, I'll hop in. Two drunk guys in a Vikings football podcast.
Two drunk Vikings fans.
Yeah.
You guys can rebrand it, whatever, do what you want. But
Skinny, you lie. You lie. You won't leave.
Considering where he came from,
I
what
would
his
leave.
philosophy is, he
He'll be a UFL guy till the day he dies.
yeah,
Yeah.
St. Louis
It's so much
Battlehawks.
better
Good
than
call,
that.
motherfuckers.
So much better than NFL.
They just want it more.
Bro, we got Rodrigo Blankenship as our fucking kicker on the Battlehawks.
Oh, God. Four eyes.
With the 6th pick.
Yeah,
in the
4 eyes for
2025
sure.
NFL
I say that while I'm wearing my glasses.
Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jetty.
This will be an interesting pick.
What's
Yep.
he say?
Called that.
Really?
I knew he wouldn't get past the Raiders. Got rid of Jacobs. You saw how much you missed it. You got Geno. Pete Carroll likes to run the ball. I'd comp him to Marshawn Lynch.
You comp him to Marshawn?
They have an ass line. It's going to be a terrible rookie. I feel so
all-around
bad.
running back. He was a workhorse. He only had one game where he had 30-plus carries in 2023. This last year, he had 8 games of 30 or more carries. He can be that workhorse running back for Geno Smith and for that Raider
also, we need to
offense.
take
That
drink. We didn't take 2
balance,
drinks when I traded
game-breaking
for
ability,
I
explosive,
told you
right?
that
How
I'm going to
about
be bad
catching
at
the
this because
football?
I have it
He
on
had
my phone.
43 catches in 2023. Now, 750 career carries. Right?
I mean,
also,
he's electric. I'm not even gonna lie, but I don't know. Small school scares me, Jordan, a little bit.
Also finish your drink because the Raiders massively overdrafted someone.
I wouldn't. No, that's
no. This is a fucking overdraft.
He was three on the big board.
Everyone
they got him at 5. Yeah.
You think he's overdrafted? I agree.
Fucking hyped.
No.
Caleb Johnson.
If they would have took Walter Nolan right here, I would have said okay.
Caleb Johnson is a better running back than Ashton Jeffrey.
He's not gonna go in the first though.
No, he's not. I would look at the Vikings trying to get him in the 3rd. I'd be okay with that.
He's a better running back than Ashton Jeffrey.
And I would be happy, Jordan. I'd be happy.
When you get hit, can you absorb the first
Caleb Johnson was doing shit against Big Ten schools. This motherfucker got let off easy. I don't want to hear nothing.
He did. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, but when they played the big schools,
the first game of the year where Oregon doesn't even fucking try.
This is Emmitt Smith with home run.
I mean, you were saying he didn't play big schools. He played them.
One team.
Like a power lifter, but he's got the jump cut ability.
And then what happened in the bowl game? They fucking got shit on because they're a terrible team.
As he's weaving his way through traffic with like that next level.
But didn't he do good in that bowl game?
Yes.
Barely.
He did do good in the bowl game. I'll give Jordan credit. He did good in the bowl game.
He was the best player in the field in the bowl game.
Superpower. It was the vision, it was the lower body balance, the ability to see things that other people simply couldn't see, and he didn't have the kind of speed, the kind of breakaway
His comp is Emmitt Smith. That's a terrible comp.
I can see it. They're the same build.
And the ability to get yardage after initial contact, nobody does it better
I can see it.
Nobody.
He did not play a good 30 carries for 104 yards. That's terrible.
You will think, how does this
That's a bad. 30 carries and 100 yards is a bad game. I mean, it's basically 5 carries less than what you'd want for what you're getting. You're still at just under 5 yards a game.
This is a great player, the Vegas Raiders, this guy.
It's as good a comparison as you could ever possibly ask for Verizon Business. Back to the stage, Molly.
And you got to think they were loading the box on him because that was the only play for it too.
An NFL running back top 6 pick. What would you say to your
I didn't say it was a great pick, but it's not that far of a reach.
It's not that far of a reach.
Bro. No, it's not. Anthony Richardson wasn't overreach.
Hey, to be fair though, we tried to call the Colts at 8 to get him.
How will you bring beast mode?
They laughed our trade away.
Which worked out.
Yeah.
On the football field. All right, congratulations, the highest selection ever for a Boise State player.
Thank you so much.
Greeny.
Molly, the Raiders averaged 3.6 yards per rush last year, last in the NFL. Look at the celebration.
Genty's going to be interesting, man.
High school, Texas.
You know what we saw last year with the running back room? We're going to see the exact same fucking thing this year. Their offensive line is fucking ass.
We'll be right back.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all, Skinny.
Their line is terrible.
Alexander Madison?
Their line is terrible.
I think he's better than Alexander Madison.
100%.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are if you have no fucking line.
Now we get to hang out with NFL
He can catch the ball, Skinny. You know what I mean? He can have some value somewhere.
But are you gonna?
Him and the 2 tight ends. Gino's gonna love it.
You're drafting a guy at 5 overall to play a Darren Sproles role out of the backfield.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Though. If I was the Raiders, I would have either gotten offensive line help or gotten a wide receiver. Because they need a wide receiver pretty damn bad. But, and defense. They literally have holes everywhere. Trade back, dude. Do whatever you want to do. But, I get it.
So you
Genty's hyped up.
Exactly where you belong. If it's
terrible
war, I want to win.
Well, we'll find out next. We'll find out after next year.
Make it worth it.
We'll come back to it. But I really think that Genty's. I mean, I had him graded as the 3rd best player in this draft. So I had him graded higher than Caleb Johnson.
Bro, I would have rather have them taken Sanders. No, I'm joking, because Andy's gonna.
I mean, they could have.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't have hated it that much. I would not have hated it as much.
McMillan would have been way better for him. They would have had a wide receiver 1 for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, McMillan would have been
nice. Given them way better production because you.
But McMillan's gonna fall, Skinny. I think he's gonna fall.
I have him going.
Experience our most powerful blower that exceeds the power of gas.
I don't know.
Industry's most powerful cordless pressure washer.
I don't know if he will go that.
Will Johnson, I have going 11, but the amount of his injury history is up in the, he might be a guy that falls pretty far too with his injury history.
Services companies too. Just like I'm
Yeah.
But I would love to see Will Johnson on my team. But
So we got the Jets up here now.
I would argue that it's not.
Are we thinking offensive line again?
I have them taking Membu.
Membu would be a nice pick.
Okay.
Kelvin Banks wouldn't be bad either. One of those two. But
if they're not gonna go there, I would love to see Tyler Warren.
I like Josh Simmons over Kelvin Banks, but the Jets need help all over the place too.
Yeah, Tyler Warren here wouldn't be bad. If it was,
I would love.
If you were going based off solely talent, Tyler Warren's a top 10 draft pick. But most teams aren't like, ooh, we need a top 10 tight end. We're gonna wait.
Well, and they've got a decent tight end room because they got the former Vikings guy,
Tyler Conklin.
Yeah, Gronklin,
dude. I mean, we may be biased.
What?
A little bit.
They draft in Buka. Get him. Ohio State. Get him Ohio State.
2025 NFL Draft. The New York Jets select
Who's it gonna be?
Membu.
Yep.
Missouri. Tackle.
Yep. Membu. Nice tackle. Yeah, that's a solid pick.
So I have a dynasty with Justin Fields and Breece Hall. I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all.
Yeah.
This makes me a little bit happy.
Dude, he gets to go live. He's been in fucking Missouri, going to Mizzou and shit, and now he gets to go to big old New York City.
He's a big old guy. I'd probably move him inside. Or he could, if he's gonna play right tackle, that's fine too. But I'd probably want to move him inside at his height and his weight. But dude's got good footwork and he's really fucking talented. And I'm over here, I'm listening to the draft, and they're talking about it like as soon as I say it. So.
Panthers already got their pick.
That's the point.
They already got it in.
Yeah.
Okay. McMillan.
Oh, you're gonna get him Tyler Warren.
They have so many goddamn fucking wide receivers.
They're
literally like the Jags, just a little shittier version of the Jags when it comes to. They have like
they got hot at the end of the year though too. So like.
They did.
You get him some help back there. Tyler Warren's comp for me was Hawkinson.
Jalen Walker. They need defense.
Think of Jalen Walker?
I wouldn't hate that either.
Hey, right now I'm doing pretty fucking good. I'm fucking 5 for 7. Last year I was like 2 for 10. The first 10.
Dude. Last year was a hard draft, though. Yeah. We had no idea what the fuck was going on.
And then the year before that, before we actually started doing shit for the draft, when they did, when Texans did all those trades and shit, that completely fucked. I was like 1 for 50. Just nothing went right.
I was about to say, there's no way you thought Anthony Richardson was going to be.
No. I think I had
your 3rd overall pick.
I think I had CJ Stroud right. And then I didn't have, then they traded up for fucking Will Anderson, literally 2 picks later. Didn't have that happening.
Yeah. That was a crazy draft, though.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour.
We've only had, one trade so far?
Yeah.
It's gonna get crazy around here, here with the...
Dude, you have to think, the end for, some, Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, those teams that have their quarterback. some of these guys, if Jackson Dart's available, Jalen Milrose available, you know, Sanders starts falling.
Yeah, the Steelers are loving this right now.
Yeah, all these teams.
The Steelers are loving this.
These teams are going to try to hop in the second round because then you get that extra 1 year to have a guy potentially, and you're paying them not much of a difference in money in terms of what you get for early second. Which I saw a stat the other day was there's only been like 2 times in the whole NFL draft that a quarterback has gone pick 1 or 2 in the second round. Because usually, like that's crazy. Most people are trading up so they get that 5th year option, or you're just waiting.
Yep. Which I think will happen at the end of it. That's why I think the third quarter there's going to be 3 quarterbacks
tonight.
tonight.
Me off too is like, yeah, I know we're doing the live stream and stuff. But like the Eagles literally have the last pick, so I'm like, I'm gonna be up either way. I could be like, I'm gonna go to fucking bed and fuck it.
And got great savings in coverage. Sounds like an expert outdoorsman to me.
I kind of overdid it with the decor, didn't I?
Way overboard.
Yeah, they're saying their offense, the needs for the Panthers right now are cornerback, wide receiver, and defensive line.
Yeah, I have edge.
Thielen's your number 1, who's about 2 years away from being done, right?
You got Xavier Legette, who kind of started popping off a little bit.
He got better at the end of the year.
Thibodeau's 5th year option, by the way.
Right after.
Yep, right after.
So they might use him as trade bait to get back into the first.
Wait, who?
Thibodeau just got his 5th year option picked up.
At prices you love, delivered fast.
Yep.
Yep.
It's the only Thibodeau I know.
Because then that guarantees that team that extra year at that cheap price.
Including the decadent
Tom
chicken
Thibodeau.
burrito. For less.
I don't know Tom Thibodeau.
Only a Taco Bell.
I know Doug Dimmadome.
He's a NBA.
Heir to the Dimsdale Dimmadomes?
Yep. Heir to the
Yeah, me too.
I may be small.
Dude, at this rate, I'm gonna have this fucking apple pie gone before we get to pick the fucking 15.
He's gonna be pissed drunk.
Yeah.
Dude, I've already killed half of what I had, like almost. Like,
well, I've had 6 drinks now.
and I don't know, like I don't make this. I don't make this shit weak either. So.
Back in Green Bay, Mel,
You know what's fucked up, Jordan?
It's just so good.
What?
I told Skinny that's what I want for my birthday, and he's like, only make it in the fall.
I only make it in the fall.
That sounds like such a Bryce thing to say.
It is.
Dude, if your birthday was in November, December, October, you know.
In other words, you won't make it special for you. I have the same recipe, Marcus. Just ask me.
I'm just gonna have to ask the fellow Vikings.
We make the exact
I make
same.
mine better with love, okay?
Yeah.
Jordan,
Mine
you
is
love it.
no, but it's bitterness from being a Vikings fan for 35 years. For choosing this team when I was 8 years old.
It does make you bitter, though. It does make you fucking.
I will say this last year was the most fun year I've had in a long time because there was no expectations for it. You know,
100%.
I could sit and enjoy the game, win or lose, and we won a lot, so that helps.
Ooh, okay.
I fucking called it.
Yep. Tate.
Yep. So that one isn't what we expected. Outstanding player. They call him.
So Vikings are definitely trading out now if he's not dropping out. I think he would have been the only guy that they would have been like, you can't pass it.
I have them taking Malachi Starks.
No, we will not get another Georgia safety. No, I will hate this team forever.
If he fell, because I think the Steelers ended up taking this guy, the South Carolina safety.
We're not getting a safety. Not in the first round. We've tried it before. It doesn't work.
Harrison Smith.
No, I'm talking recently with these people drafting.
Who did we take?
Lewis Seen. from Georgia.
Oh, fuck.
That was Kwesi's first pick. He traded away big old defensive lineman for the Eagles. The big boy. Can't remember his name. He's the defensive tackle.
What's his face?
I can't remember his name. See, but he's like, yeah, he's 6'8",
but
340 pounds.
And he runs a 4.7 or something.
Yeah, we had him available at that spot. We traded back to get Lewis Cine.
I can't believe they took McMillan though. I mean, I called McMillan, but I just can't believe they took McMillan.
Okay.
So I have a second.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a second overall pick in my dynasty league with Skin. I know that Skyler, is gonna take
Travis Hunter.
No, he's gonna take Genty. No way he takes. Yeah, he's gonna take Genty.
Okay.
Out of these picks that you've seen, who do I take?
Dude, Saints pick is already in. They're taking Sanders.
You take Travis.
You think I take Travis? You think I don't know if I can do that.
Why?
I'm scared to take Travis because there's no defensive points.
Oh, but you draft defensive players, you said.
Differently.
Oh,
I have two
differently.
dynasty, yeah.
Okay. I thought that's my bad.
Number 1 overall, I take Travis. I'm gonna take probably Travis.
Go Dogs, said Gage Wells.
All right, Bryce, what was the defensive lineman that you guys traded us to get a few years ago? The Georgia guy?
Jordan something.
Oh, Jordan
Davis, yes. We had him in our grasps. We wouldn't have needed to sign, and we wouldn't have needed to sign two defensive linemen this year.
All right, Saints are taking Sanders.
This is where you could go.
Who's the DB that went to jail that we drafted to from TCU? I think it was TCU.
TCU.
And he's off the team. He was off the team after the first year. Same year as Klein.
Are you talking about Andrew Booth Jr.?
No, not Booth.
That seems to be the new thing.
Do you
fortify the defense and keep
Here's
the
a
points
corner.
down? Or do you
Corner from
TCU, I think. TCU. I could be wrong.
I don't remember a corner from TCU.
Bro, he was on and off the team after a year. Like, he got into illegal trouble. Can you look up the 2022 draft? Minnesota Vikings 2022 draft.
I'm gonna go break the seal. I'll be back.
2022.
Yeah.
And Molly is with Teteroa McMillan.
Teteroa, I know that you're wearing a
Andrew
lei
Booth
that your
Jr.,
grandmother made, and there is a
Caleb
rich history
Evans.
of Hawaiian-born players in the NFL. How special is it
That was
to join
2022.
that
Look up
brotherhood?
2021.
Oh man, it's a blessing. You know, at the end of the day, the people that came before me is the people that laid the
Cameron
foundation that
Bynum.
set the presidents for me to be successful
2023 was
today.
a Mekhi Blackman.
Sure, at the end of the day, you know, I'm trying to put on for the
We
party.
took Cameron Byram in the first
you know,
round.
make everybody proud.
No, are you talking
Big
strictly
play
first
receiver
round?
in college. What
First
kind
round
of
picks, yeah.
impact can you make on this Panthers
Jeff
offense right
Gladney.
away?
2020.
Gladney.
Gladney. Justin Jefferson.
You know, I know I got a quarterback that I can trust.
So we had 2 first-round
a
picks.
coaching staff that believes in me.
Yeah, you had 22 and you must
teammates
have
that are
traded
ready
for
to play for me, and
31
I'm ready to
or
play for
something.
them. So, I mean, sky's the limit
Yes,
for this
Gladney,
organization,
dude.
man.
Fuck
I can't
Gladney.
wait.
He pissed me off.
That looks good on you. Congratulations.
All right, thank you so much.
Greeny.
All right, Molly, thank you very much. The New
Yeah,
Orleans
the
Saints
Saints
now
either take
on the
a
clock.
tackle
And
here
as you
or
can
they
see,
go
they are a team that
They're
has
gonna take
gone the
Sanders.
longest of any in the NFL
Quarterback,
since drafting
offensive
a
line, wide
quarterback
receiver,
in
D-line,
the first round.
quarterback.
Archie Manning, in fact, is the only
I think they're gonna
quarterback
take Sanders.
the New
I could see
Orleans
Will
Saints ever
Johnson just
selected
replace
in the
the Honey
first round.
Badger in a sense,
Parenthetically, Troy
but-
Aikman is the only first-round quarterback the Dallas Cowboys ever took. Mel,
Jordan, it was Gladney.
casting for quite some time. Shedeur Sanders in this
Oh,
spot.
yes. That's right. I forgot about him. He was so forgettable.
Yeah, he was in and out.
Yeah, I'm tired of these. I'm tired of corners and safeties in the first round. They never panned
I don't
out.
blame you.
Right now with Shedeur Sanders in this pick. I remember
Should've taken Quinyon Mitchell. It worked out pretty
Up in the
great.
first round. Thought it was going to be Lamar Jackson.
Look up
Yeah, you guys should have taken Justin Jefferson.
San Antonio.
Yeah. If we took Justin Jefferson, we probably would have never had an opportunity to take Quinyon Mitchell.
Let's find out if that's what they've done. Here's the commissioner to announce the pick for New
Thank God you guys didn't take Justin Jefferson, dude.
I can see Shedeur going here.
With the 9th pick in the
I think it's Shedeur.
2025
That's what I would
NFL
do
draft.
as this team.
The New Orleans Saints select Kelvin Banks Jr.
All right. I did say, are they take a tackle, Marcus?
Kelvin Banks. Yep. They took my guy. The guy I'd stick and pick.
Here's a god, dude. There's gonna drop now. He's gonna drop hard.
Who do we got left that needs a quarterback? You got
the Steelers.
Browns. Dolphins.
Dolphins could look at somebody. Yeah.
I don't think the Browns would be first round pick quarterback.
Do the 49ers want to pay Brock because they're 11? You got Seattle with Sam Darnold. You got Pittsburgh. If it's not San Francisco or Miami, he's fallen to 21. Unless somebody wants him that bad to trade up.
I can't believe Banks went this early.
Here's the next question, dude. Chicago's got their pick in already. Holy, dude, these teams like this. Is
I don't know who Chicago's taking at this point.
I have them taking Kelvin Banks.
I don't think there's going to be trades here until about 15, because I think right here where we're at in the draft, it's very balanced. You know, as far as like best players.
I have them taking Kelvin Banks. I have Chicago taking Kelvin Banks. So we want to pick early. The only person that was in my top 10 that hasn't been drafted was Jalen Walker, which the Bears do need some defensive help, but you still.
Do they have who's their tight end? They're Cole Kmet, so they're not going to get Tyler Warren, right?
They could. I mean, you could. I just don't.
If you want to run two set 12 personnel.
I think it's too early to go and try to take Simmons from Ohio State as a tackle. Like at 10, I wouldn't do that. So
I could see him going wide receiver too, because you got two older wide receivers, and then you got your Washington guy that I liked last year.
And honestly, I honestly see them taking Tyler Warren right here. I could totally see it now. Just based off.
Oh god, I wouldn't like that.
Kenneth Grant at Michigan might be one too.
Yeah, offensive line, edge, running back, safety, tight end. You're going to either take Jalen Walker or you're taking Jalen Warren. Or not Jalen Warren, Tyler Warren.
Omarion Hampton? Question mark.
No. It's a little early. I do believe he'll go to the Cowboys, though, possibly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate that either. I would take him. I'd take him in a fantasy league if he went to the Cowboys. I'd love that.
A pivotal moment in the NFL calendar. It sets the stage for a thrilling season. Yeah, this is when we get to geek out over every.
Marcus, we got to go to a Vikings game together sometime.
I just went to one last year.
I know, but with me.
I know. We should go. It'd be
I've
fun.
been to a Vikings game with Jordan.
The two Vikings.
Yeah, I'm pretty. You had a good time.
Jordan? You're killing the Millers.
We're gonna have to find out. You'll find out.
Oh.
How about these rookies, the players who were drafted
tonight?
When
the Miller Lite.
they make their NFL
oh yeah, you got to.
We're gonna find that out.
Fuck, I hate Miller Lite, but you got to drink a better Vikings game.
Well, you telling me they didn't? You didn't try one of the Before I Die beers?
Yes, because nothing says.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Surly Brewing. It's a brewery based out of Minnesota. They have a Vikings beer called Before I Die because you just want to win one Super Bowl before you die.
If it ain't a domestic light, he ain't touching it. If it ain't like Busch Light or something.
It's a domestic. It's like a domestic lager.
We can't wait. You can tweet it out.
I'm telling you, I'm a snob, Jordan. I'm a snob.
Oh man.
Great content from the NFL team sites, the club social channels.
Dude, it's all right. I'm drinking garage beers and Heineken's now. So.
But every single time I've gone to an Arizona, Minnesota game, and we just fucking kick the shit out of Arizona.
Oh yeah.
Every single time. Every single time.
Yeah, Kate and I were up there a couple years ago for it. The schedule.
Oh.
So there you have it, May 14th, which is a
Women can watch football too. Come on now. I know you got to make America great again hat behind you, but damn.
Wow, that's terrible.
Whoa. Because I have the hat doesn't mean I voted for him, alright guys?
Yeah, lie to me again.
See who they take. Who are the
Hashtag Jill Stein 2024. And Jill Stein 2028, baby. We're running it back. One more time.
To the very beginning of the National Football League's history. And so
Is it running it back if you never really got going?
I think each year she's gotten a little bit better in the percentages, all right?
It's a football podcast, not a political podcast, right?
Hey, it's just Jill Stein. Come on.
The NFL
All right, who they taking right now?
True legend, Bears Hall of Famer
It's-
Steve McMichael. My heart
Man,
is with the McMichael
I want to
family
say
during
lineman.
this incredibly
I do
difficult
too. I
time.
just think it's such a
Missy,
stretch.
please
I think you
that
would.
you are
You'd
our
have to
thoughts
protect
and prayers.
Caleb Williams.
Mongo's
Josh Simmons from
remarkable
Ohio State.
contributions to the game and the
I could
community
see.
will never be forgotten. His legacy will continue to inspire generations to come.
Yeah, Green Bay Packers fans stop
50
booing
years
right now, huh?
ago, with the 4th pick in the 1975 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears selected one of Steve McMichael's
Marcus, you know there's a
and closest friend,
brick at Lambeau Field with my last name on it.
back, Jackson State.
Is it really?
Oh, like we don't have the same last name, not our last name, not nothing.
Hey,
You're hyphenated.
I'm
You
not
are
hyphenated. There's no hyphen.
Lanphier
It's not a
Myers.
hyphen.
Lanphier Myers.
There's two separate last names. It's not a hyphen.
All with the
There's
Chicago
Lanphier
Bears.
and then there's Lanphier
Two
Myers.
separate last names, not a hyphen.
As you heard
Part of
earlier,
Bryce's
the
last
NFL
name is on there
continues
too.
to honor Sweetness, not only for his
Yeah.
performance and excellence
The
on
first
the
part of
field,
your last name.
but
Yeah.
also his commitment to give back to
The
his
longer
community
part of my last name.
with the Walter Payton
That is way
NFL
longer.
Man of the Year award.
My parents gave my
So with
sister
the
a
10th
short middle
pick
name because they felt
in the
bad.
2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select
Josh Simmons.
Colston Loveland, tight end
Whoa.
Michigan.
Oh,
haven't
tight
heard
end from
what they-
Michigan. Hey, we're gonna see JJ McCarthy in this video.
What?
Up on a farm in Bliss, Idaho.
Really?
Over Tyler Warren is insane.
Yeah.
It's insane to me.
Like,
Hey,
I,
thank God they're in our division.
Yep.
like he's not a bad tight end. I just
No, he's fine, but Tyler Warren is
Yeah.
the better tight end in this draft.
I mean, we got a drink for that. That's an over.
okay.
Yeah.
How about any
Yep.
overdraft we'll drink to?
Yep.
Instead of
Yep.
the Raiders.
I'm gonna go take a piss, but that was fucking
I
terrible.
had to call out the Raiders because the Raiders. Oh, dude, the 49ers.
I
49ers.
I comped Warren as TJ Hawkinson. Like,
Yeah.
Colston Loveland's Colston Loveland's very good too, but I don't think he's has the potential he didn't show as much as Tyler Warren did
He literally,
in college.
I just feel
The
like,
productivity.
I feel like he's gonna be like a Cole Kmet 2.0 type.
Yep,
Like,
yep.
like he just good wide receiver. Like he's gonna be underrated clearly, but
Yep.
now that you're drafted so high, I mean, fuck, you're a top 10 pick now.
Well, and isn't the plan to not be in the top 10 anymore, right? Like
Yeah.
you've got everything else built around.
Yep.
But you're giving Caleb Williams another weapon, so like I don't hate the pick because I like Colston Loveland. I did.
Well, it's like the Brock Bowers. You know, they needed a wide receiver, but you drafted a
Yep.
tight end that can go catch. I'm not
Yep.
against it. I just over Tyler Warren. Just shocking.
Hey, but here's the deal. I think this actually now it's starting to make sense. Ben Johnson loves to run 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends. So now you've got two tight ends that are serviceable on the field to play and make shit work. So if this is who Ben Johnson thinks is the guy, then that. But like you said, it is Cole Kmet 2.0.
Yeah, he just reminds me of everything Cole Kmet does.
Yep.
Which I guess works because then you don't have to like try to train.
Don't you do usually, if I was building a team, you would want a pass catching tight end and a run blocking tight end, so then you don't know. But
Yeah. And I had him go to 18, so I mean,
I had them going around 20. Yeah, 18 to 20 makes sense.
We must protect them.
But Tyler Warren, like dropping, that dude has proven it every year that he's that talented.
I just have him going to the Colts every time. Every time that the Colts come up, I always have him going to the Colts. But
Order a 10-piece McNuggets meal with spicy nether flame sauce. And unlock epic add-ons in Minecraft. Only when you order on the McDonald's app. Let's build.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. McCaffrey looking lost.
Yeah, looking for a one. Looking for a one. Could you point me?
All right, 49ers, they need D-line, edge, offensive line, running back, and cornerback.
They need a lot. 49ers have lost a lot.
I think they go Jalen Walker here. They could go Will Johnson too. Will Johnson kind of. I have them taking Will Johnson, but Jalen Walker's there.
Easy squeezy Hidden Valley Ranch.
They need to replace what they've lost.
The world's most superior.
Do they need another linebacker though?
They do because they lost what's his name?
Greenlaw?
Greenlaw.
Yeah, they lost Greenlaw and they lost the safety to Fuga or whatever.
He's pretty decent too.
Because the higher my sleep,
and then they lost defensive tackle.
He likes his side firm. I
He was
like
an
my
Eagle.
side
Sleep Number does that. Effortless comfort all night. So sleeping on a smart bed is what you can do.
Hargraves. Jonathan Hargraves.
Because I also
Hargraves.
He's a Viking now.
Yeah,
like it when we both
but
get what we
he
want.
was a 49er.
Meet the Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed.
You said he was an Eagle. Was he an Eagle?
They don't need.
For the 49ers.
They don't need cornerback help.
They do. So I have on my big board. I have
Will Johnson. Yeah.
49ers. But are they going to fight towards that or their line, which they usually do?
All I know is I trust them. Whatever John Lynch picks, I know that he's gonna be fine.
Caleb, Rampage says Caleb with Loveland will be scary. The Bears, let's fucking go.
Hey, Joe. Hey, I told you, man. You're gonna get a lot more 12 personnel this year now that you got Cole Kmet and Loveland. So it's not bad, but I think Warren was the better player because I think Warren was to me Warren was the best tight end coming out, and I comped him as Hawkinson. And I've said it like 6 times, but I just keep saying it because it makes sense. I will when he gets drafted. I'll hold off on that one.
If he goes second round, Jordan will be pissed.
Rampage said the Vikings fans shaking.
Welcome back to Green Bay.
Shaking. We're not even drafting in this round,
you guys
bud.
picked the wrong quarterback last year. We're not worried.
You know what'd be fucking
We're not worried.
Is if the 49ers did take Sanders
and then got rid of Brock.
That would be fucking hilarious.
That'd be ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, like when you look at these quarterbacks, Brock, Tua,
you pay Brock. Would you pay Brock, honestly?
He doesn't deserve anything more than $45 million a year, and that's being generous.
Skinny. $45 million a year.
Dude, people are fucking getting paid 60. Think about it. People are getting paid $55 to $60 million a year. That's a huge, like that's a whole fucking person's paycheck a year gone. 3 people, depending on the position.
Yeah.
Like 45 is generous because he's gonna request them. He's gonna get paid in some capacity.
I think that's way too much.
Trevor Lawrence is getting 55, and hasn't done anything with his career. Justin Herbert is getting paid that type of money and hasn't done much with his career. Brock Purdy at least went to a fucking Super Bowl. I get this team was very good, but he at least can be like, well, I went to the Super Bowl.
Question is he $50 million?
No, 45. Good. 45 or less.
I'm here with service members from the
Yeah, and he wants 45, but what I've heard is they're offering 40.
Yeah, 45.
So you're not far off, but at the same time, he's proven his worth. But you're also running into that Tua situation type deal too. So I think Brock stayed healthy enough to not prove that he's not Tua, but
he's not. He needs a good.
He needs a good team around him to be successful.
Yeah.
He's not carrying. He's a trailer, not a truck.
United States military for your
Trailer, not a
sacrifices
truck. I like
to
that
defend
saying.
our
That's a good saying.
country's freedom. With the 11th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Michael Williams, defensive end, Georgia.
Michael Williams going before Jalen Walker. All right.
Michael
That's
Williams,
crazy.
5 sacks last year. 2 of those came
I'd
in the
put
SEC
that as
title
I'd
game
put that
against
as a
Texas.
reach too.
He was a 5-star
That
guy
is- that-
for Columbus,
I think we
Georgia,
gotta
14
do that.
sacks in 3 seasons after starting his very first game as a true freshman
Yeah,
and still very young.
14
Now, he won't
sacks
turn
in 3
21 years
seasons.
old until late June.
Yeah, he had a high
Yeah.
grade season, Greeny. Then he had that ankle injury.
Yeah, I don't
Left
know.
ankle injury
Rampage asked who
against
wins the
Clemson,
North
came
this
back from
year.
it and played and didn't shut it down.
Minnesota.
He continued to play. Continued to be somewhat productive. He had 9 tackles for loss. He had
I think
5
Lions
sacks.
are taking
He
a back
forced
seat,
couple
Skinny.
fumbles. He
I'm
looks
not
the
saying
part
it's
of an
not,
edge rusher in the National Football with his size.
It's a
and his
hard
long
division.
arms, 30
Bears
and a
are
half
still-
arms,
Yeah.
and huge
The Bears
hands.
flat.
What they need to do is get a more
The
repertoire
Lions
moves going,
take a
coming
little
after the
seat.
quarterback
I
off
mean, the
edge.
Packers
I
have
thought
been
he played
good
the
with
run
whatever
great.
they
He
have
has a
going on.
strong run
It comes
They
down
have
to
to have a hell of a
it literally
defense.
comes down to
Pass
JJ McCarthy for you
I
guys.
thought a little bit
And
more work.
It does,
That
it
pass
does.
rush specialist
But
for these
it could be
defense
Aaron
runs to
Rodgers.
get
You
the
don't
most
know.
out of Michael Williams, folks.
right now, if it's going with JJ McCarthy, you guys, I don't think you guys win. You guys have Aaron Rodgers. I feel a little bit better, but I still don't think you even win it based off the
So
foundation.
last year,
I'd rather.
I didn't
Well,
believe in Jared.
it's 20. We're playing for 2026, right? Like this year's a confidence boost. Get you acclimated.
Yeah.
Gage said the Packers
2026 is the
like
one.
I can see the Packers winning it just because I think the Lions are going to drop off a little bit. The Packers
No.
have that. Who wins it?
How are you going to beat the offensive tackle?
It's going to be Detroit or Minnesota.
Yeah.
He loves defense.
I like Green Bay.
The
I do like
division,
Green Bay for them
yes.
being hurt.
We have the toughest division in football, as we should.
We do. And I respect Jordan Love, I really do. But I just feel like
He is
they're
what
going
he
to have
is.
to come out and swing into this draft.
The toughest
They need help.
I'd say
Yes,
the second.
100%. No, it's tough.
You got a wide receiver room that's a whole bunch of wide receiver threes.
The Ravens,
Yeah.
the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Browns.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No
Definitely.
fucking way.
Yes. Skinny, I know you're high. I know you're high right now.
That division is
Sober up, Skinny. Sober up.
Or-
the fuck up.
Williams, the first player ever out of Georgia to be
Skinny.
selected
Lamar
by San
Jackson.
Francisco in the first round.
JJ
in the
McCarthy's
common
way
draft
better,
era.
dude.
And so the Dallas Cowboys
You guys are
selection
fucking
Jordan Love's
crazy.
is in
Jordan Love's
the
way better.
decision to make with their new head
Joe
coach.
Burrow, have you ever heard of Jared
This
Goff?
year's a confidence
But
boost.
you haven't.
The Cowboys
But you haven't.
ready to make the selection.
The Steelers with Mason Rudolph
Alright.
are better than the fucking.
Not a, well, Gage. I don't know if you know, but not a lot of quarterbacks win it their rookie year.
The Dallas Cowboys
So-
select
Hampton, baby.
Tyler Booker, guard, Alabama.
Tyler. Okay, that's a reach.
Tyler Booker, that's a reach
That's a
too.
reach. That's a fucking reach.
I didn't even have him going in the first round.
That's a fucking reach. My God, what the hell are they doing?
That's Dallas.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. That's a dumb fucking pick. I'm just gonna
Rampage every year is a confidence
That's a
boost
dumb
in Chicago.
fucking pick.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
Bobs.
a dumb fucking pick, dude. That's a dumb fucking pick. Oh my God.
Bro, if you want an interior lineman, take fucking
Look at
Zabel
him,
out of
dude.
North Dakota State.
Oh my
Take
God.
At least he'll be able to swing too, and he can play center too.
Yeah,
Bro, someone's gonna take Jerry out to the fucking pasture, man.
But how about Golden? I thought Golden would go here if they weren't going to take Hampton.
I can't believe that. I literally can't believe that pick.
I had him go in
Yeah, I
the
do
second
like-
round.
And I love this pick for the Cowboys.
I do like the chain, and I do like the suit too.
I think has that kind
Hey,
of potential
hey,
as a guard
I'll
if you
take
use
it
the
as an
right
Eagles
way.
fan.
His
Jalen
power
Carter's
is
gonna
ability to
fucking
take a
eat,
man
alright?
Dude.
move that man
Oh
It's
my
a solid.
God.
It's a solid replacement for Zach Martin retiring. That makes sense. Like they said, that makes sense.
You don't need to pull him around the edge
That's
and allow him to get on
way
corners.
too
Why
I, Jordan, I hate that pick. That's got to be my least favorite pick.
At
Up
that
to
point,
this point,
you
by
just
far.
lost. You just lost.
If anything, if you want him, trade down too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if,
Yeah, trade back. Yeah, I agree.
if you're that high on him, trade back.
You just lost DeMarcus Lawrence at edge. You needed an edge player. What the fuck is going? Dude, is Jalen
Dude.
Walker gonna be this year's guy that falls to the Eagles? What?
I swear to God, he better not. He better not. But that That's a terrible thing.
Some surface removal.
That
He's going to get some
skinny.
people knocked off the ball.
You're right. He was like pushed out of the first round almost. Yeah. He was the end of the first round, like they were talking about the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Yeah. End of the first round, early second round. Yeah, I think this is a very far reach.
That's a bad pick right there. I don't love that at all.
And Dallas is going to have to make
yeah,
sure
right now, Jalen Walker.
I like. Here's the thing. I like the player. Like I think he might be one of the best.
But
you know,
it picks
two
well.
interior. Yeah, no.
So Alabama, by the way, now 17 consecutive years.
That's like saying I'm gonna take fucking
player selected in round 1.
Pierce Jr. at 12. He's a good player. I like him, but not at 12.
Okay, you take out the off-the-field issues, though, Skinny. He might be top 15. He might be top 15, to be honest.
I know, but even then, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, dude, Jalen Walker and Will Johnson are my two guys that are starting to fall a little bit in terms of
East. We should have Molly in a moment here with
hey, if Minnesota gets Will Johnson,
joy that he brought out
I'm
onto
happy.
that stage.
I'm a happy, content man.
Joy to watch.
Because I think it's a knee that he has issues with. I think Jordan being a Big Ten fan, an Iowa fan, would probably know a little bit more, but I think it's his knee. So the Dolphins need offensive line, defensive line, safety, cornerback, and tight end. Maybe they take Tyler Warren here.
Tyler, a lot of emotion from your family
this
in
is
the green room. You came out onto this stage
every single year.
What's going through you?
Every single year, there's someone that falls way farther than they should, too.
And they always end up with the Eagles.
It's really a blessing. I actually trained in Dallas, so I fell in love with the area. And the whole process, I was like, man, it would be great to be a Cowboy. And the Lord works mysterious ways.
Miami's pick's not in yet.
Marcus Fobbs hates you right now.
Why does he hate me?
Because he's a Cowboys fan. He hates how you're dogging on him.
I'm sorry, Fobbs. I'm sorry.
You
should hate Jared Jones.
Well, I think he does that too.
Multiple championships. I
can't
wait to further this tradition of success in
Did
Dallas.
he just say win multiple championships with Dak Prescott, your quarterback?
Getting $60 million. It's possible. I've seen the Bears win one.
Hasn't been to an NFC championship.
Actually, I didn't really see that one. That was before my time. But I read about it once in a book.
Haven't been to an NFC championship game in 30 years, and you talk about multiple championships. Get to an NFC championship game, all right?
Damn right. Hey, we've been to an NFC championship game. We didn't win it.
I've been to a few in my lifetime, and they've all been
disappointing. Miami could go.
Picks in.
Tyler Warren, Will Johnson.
I wasn't picked that late.
Many teams
I mean, why wouldn't you take Tyler Warren?
Rampage is still got one though.
Still got one though. Hey, yeah, no, you're right. Our
You're never
trophy case is pretty empty,
in
but
your lifetime. But
I mean, you could have picked a better picture at least.
I've seen two.
Come on. Marvel Studios Thunderbolts.
Kenny, go fuck yourself.
And you want to know what else I've seen on top of that? Beating Marcus in a fantasy football championship.
Thunderbolts. Delinquents.
I don't care that he's won 2 rings in fantasy and multiple across two.
You see these, Jordan?
I beat
2022 was good for me.
Yeah.
There's one.
Thunderbolts.
Cool,
There's
man.
2. I let Skinny beat me because I felt bad.
Shut the hell up.
Couldn't three-peat, huh?
Beating Marcus.
You're the Chiefs, yeah. You're the Chiefs. Couldn't three-peat.
Beating Marcus head-to-head and especially his league.
Plus all the fancy styles.
It feels great because I fucking hate the auction draft is weird to me. I'm not a fan of it.
It's hard.
But
it's fun.
The fact that I won it. And it was against him. And he was.
I think about auction shit too much because it'd be like, what is my value? What's my limit?
Marcus,
here's the thing, Jordan. Here's the thing. It's fun as hell.
Yeah.
It's so fun, but it is hard.
Marcus last year was literally the fucking Patriots. Just domination. And I come in, little old Eli Manning led Giants. meet in the championship.
Here's the thing, and I fucked around in that draft. Can you remember? I just kept thinking, you know what I did, Jordan? I took everyone's backfield. Any picks backfield, I took them.
He had Najee, Jalen Warren. He had Chase Brown and
fucking Zach Moss.
Oh yeah.
Like I had like 4 or 5.
You took away the handicaps for everybody, huh? Or the
I did.
handcuffs
I was
for
literally
everybody.
like, someone's got to hit. Someone's got to hit.
Yeah.
That's a smart play.
And then I come in, crippled leg, Eli Manning, barely making the playoffs, and
he just get him through. But it's the same thing.
I play a 2 quarterback league, so I made the mistake of trying to take the top 2 quarterbacks for the first, and it was Patrick Mahomes, and it didn't work out. So won't be doing that again.
Jordan's league, I played it. The 1 year I played in Jordan's league, or I think I played it in like 2 years.
Yeah.
One of the years, I was just fucking destroying everybody, because I had Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson, and then they both fucking get hurt, and I
win a game after that.
I lose like 4 straight. Oh man, it sucked so bad.
Here's the thing, I'd rather go into any championship game as the underdog, because you always win as the underdog. It's literally a fantasy.
Yeah.
You very rarely dominate the league and then win.
My dad last year dominated the league, and then his one loss was to be in the regular season, and then I lose by 1 fucking point.
I'm always that team that's like barely gets into the playoffs and then knocks out the #1 team like early.
I have never missed the playoffs in my league. So
Neither have I. Neither have I.
Usually Marcus and I are very consistent.
This is my first year I missed it in Matt's league.
And what's crazy is,
but like I said, I took the 2 quarterbacks early. I did a different strategy.
Kenneth Grant. He went earlier than I expected to. I had him going like 20s.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Best is it? Are we looking at best lineman, defense interior?
Yeah, he was best.
Because I would see that. I could see that. That makes sense. But I'll drink to the reach. Let me go grab a beer.
Well, they lost what's his name? He's in Oakland or Las Vegas now. Not last year, but the year before. I'm pretty sure.
What the fuck is his name? Highly touted.
Why can't I
highly touted?
He was really going into the year thought to be almost on a par with.
I want to say Calais Campbell, but it's not Calais Campbell.
No, it's not Campbell. It's
Campbell's back in Arizona now.
He is.
Don't have
what the fuck is his name? Look him up, Skinny. It's gonna bug me.
For 60 minutes when you play high.
Christian Wilkins.
That's what happened with Kenneth
Wilkins,
Grant.
yes.
When he was on his game and the weight was where it needed to be, he was a really good football player. And he was guy.
All right, Colts pick is in, so that means they're taking Tyler Ward.
Oh.
You're thinking about his ceiling.
If there's one pick that was right, or 2 picks that were right, it was Tyler Warren to the Colts.
Yeah, I had Membu to the Jets. I mean, clearly you have the top like 3 guys going to the teams, but
yes,
or at least getting picked in order. Like I had Hunter going 2, just not to the Jags, clearly, but. Yeah, if Tyler Warren goes to the Colts,
I would love to take Tyler Warren
Yeah, the coaching staff
in my dynasty league, but God, that scares me too, Skinny.
Yeah. Right. I get a P2. Number 3.
Go take a piss. I'll just talk.
Dude, just yeah, talk. Show off the hats.
I'll just talk. You see these hats? Shout out to Mark. The tacos earlier. Shout out to Peta. Pretty damn cool hats, man. Love these hats.
From the first 13 a year ago.
Yeah, Grady, what a difference a year makes, right? Last
Ooh, the Colts.
14 picks in the draft were all
there you go, take a quarterback, because don't believe in Richardson.
So far this year, through 13 picks, 9
Skinny says Tyler Warren. I say Tyler Warren. Who do you say, Jordan?
Daniel Jones is their quarterback now, guys.
Don't you shit on AR-15?
I'm shitting on AR-15. I'm a Florida Gators fan, and I'm shitting on AR-15.
Don't do it. But you should, but don't do it. I have him in a dynasty league. I'm pretty sad about it, but I did trade for JJ McCarthy.
And there is one sitting right there for them. Let's see if that's the direction they go. Here's the commish.
With the 14th pick.
No, I can see Tyler Warren here.
NFL draft.
Get Daniel Jones somebody to throw the ball to.
Danny Dimes, dude. He was supposed to be the starter this year.
Yep. There we go. Makes sense.
Yep, Tyler Warren.
Get him a TJ Hawkinson comp.
Yep. the best tight end in the draft.
I mean, look at him. He's even got the long hair like TJ.
All right, Nelson. All right, Clutch. How you feeling about the Tyler Warren pick?
Clutch, you should be happy.
Milton, you should be happy. You're getting TJ Hawkinson 2.0.
Now
he's a good pass catching back that can run block. He's proven it at a high level against extremely good competition.
I have not updated the last 4 picks on my live stream chat, so I need to do that.
Well, you're not doing a good job, Skinny.
Well, we're talking.
And he's one number less than my baseball number, so give him that.
He's a fullback. He is a powerful guy. You can't tackle him. One guy cannot
I don't hate it. I love it.
I honestly, I watch a lot of Big Ten football because I'm a Big Ten guy anyway, but watching Penn State games, you could tell Tyler Warren was the tight end this year at a position where it's so versatile and you need athleticism, you need to have the strength, you need to have the blocking ability, you need like all the tools, right? He kind of just slowly checked all the boxes.
Yeah.
Where he does it and does it good, like does it against good competition, which is what I like to see too.
And it seems like the tight end position has been so much better than it, like earlier on has been so much better than it has in a lot of years.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many examples like Sam LaPorta, last year Brock Bowers. Like it seems like these guys are coming pro ready.
The ones that come in early are the ones that are successful, and it's because they're a different breed. Like it's you have to have the size and the ability. Yep. You have to be basically essentially like if you're gonna compare it to baseball, like a 5-tool player. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have versatility to you because they can't take you off the field. If they take you off the field, then you're not playing. You're not gonna be successful.
Welch is asking, who do y'all think is gonna pop off the wide receivers here and be someone who's gonna be drafted or a younger player already in the league?
Pop off at wide receiver.
Are you talking like an explosion, like a Nico Collins type? Is that what you're thinking? So Tate McMillan is that kind of guy where he's got wide receiver 1 potential, and he went to a team that's gonna need him to play like that, right? So like
Panthers scared me for production, though. They really do.
But Bryce Young, listen, the last 4 games of last year,
he looked
a lot better. Looked like they were starting to figure things out a little bit.
I hear you found someone.
So adding a good weapon to pair up, because you know how Thielen is. Thielen's gonna be productive no matter what situation he's in.
Yeah.
But he's also at that downslope now, right? Like he's 31, 32, I think.
He might be older.
Yeah, and so like you're not gonna get that productivity consistent. Think of him like Keenan Allen, right? Like last year, like we thought Keenan Allen was gonna blow up, and he was productive in moments, but he didn't have like the year-long success. I think that's going to be Thielen, so this gives Xavier Legette and Tate McMillan time to kind of get some snaps, and it puts Thielen back in the slot where he's the most successful. So
pending draft, you know who I'm pretty excited about? JSN.
Yes. Yep. Darnold's gonna love throwing to him. Big wide receiver down the field.
It's an upgrade at quarterback, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Darnold showed some stuff, and I think JSN.
Stay like that.
You got Cooper Kupp, which will take a lot of defenses. Cooper Kupp, obviously, you got to put some respect on his name. He's been injured.
Yep.
Yada yada yada. But he did have at one point one of the greatest seasons as a wide receiver. He did. He was wide receiver 1.
He was a triple crown. He was a triple crown winner.
Yeah. Super Bowl MVP.
I worry about that offense a little bit just because they both play like the same shape. They both thrive in the slot, and that's.
They're gonna have to put Cooper outside. JSN
Cooper can play all three.
Well, I'm not. Every wide receiver can play every.
No, not productively.
Not JSN. He is a slot receiver through and through.
What I'm saying is him and Cooper both don't thrive in the slot position more like they live there.
That's their premier.
Like
but
guys
130,
like Justin Jefferson,
124,
and Devontae Adams, and guys like that you put them outside and they're gonna be good and productive. I'm just saying it'll be interesting to see how they work that with those two with the slot.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Well, and you can, but the name of the game now too in the NFL is like you rotate them. So like you have position, you have packages for each one where they can play, and then you can move them around the field, which makes you more versatile as an offense, makes the defense harder to read and understand what you're trying to do. So I mean, having multiple slot guys is, to me, I think is more beneficial than not.
I'm kind of excited to see for what the Bears do with a Dunze now that Keenan Allen's gone, because Keenan Allen in the slot is pretty good for being older and stuff. You move a Dunze into that role a little bit more now that Keenan Allen's gone. I think a Dunze should have a very good season.
I was really high on Adunze last year. I think that he still has that thing. Like I said it at the draft last year too when I was on that. He's a slot receiver. Like, so he has to play in there. He cannot be your X. It just doesn't work.
Keenan Allen taking that role from you.
Taking that spot,
You know, you can't. There's not much gonna happen. Atlanta's got less than a minute left. Their needs I have down are edge.
They were also trying to trade because they only have 5 picks.
You think they take Mike Green? Jalen Walker's still there. Why is he falling? What's going on?
It's the same with Dallas Turner last year.
Yeah. I think they go edge here. Jalen Walker, Mike Green. I have them taking Mike Green.
That's who I like.
But Jalen Walker's there available, man. I just
is Connerly still there? The Oregon tackle. He's not a bad spot either. Or do they? If they want to go defense, you got Jade Bear. Who's the corner? Mike Green.
Will Johnson. Jade Barron.
Yeah, Jade Barron from Texas. If defensive back would probably be where you want, right? Like they've been going offense every.
Dude, those edges right now: Jalen Walker, Mike Green, and Stewart. Dude, those are three solid edges right there. And then the Boston college guy, Zero Rukau. I'm gonna take a drink because I can't pronounce his last name.
There you go.
Can you fucked it up,
dude? I have no idea how to say it.
Possible because there's some satisfaction that comes with that. But
I mean, Pierce Jr. still there. He's just gonna keep falling though.
And he just needs to get to the right place now.
And what we're showing here is a look at the uniqueness.
I have the Falcons taking Mike Green, but Jalen Walker is definitely in that conversation. And Will Johnson, because I had both of them being gone already. So
yeah.
Gage said that he'd put money on Reed putting over 1,000 yards.
The 69th consecutive season of Packers.
You're such a Packers fan, Gage.
Yeah, such a Packers.
So you're telling me he's going to play more than 8 games? Sorry, did I say that out loud?
So the Atlanta Falcons again, a team that has struggled on defense,
I mean, Reed is decent, but
dude, they're all injury-prone wide receiver 3s.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You have Jesse Bates at safety, I'm pretty sure, still, right? He's still in Atlanta. Yeah, AJ Terrell. Get a guy off the side of him. I think their pass rush has been atrocious.
It's got to be something on the defense. They put too many picks in the offense.
Yeah, but you want to protect your Penix pick, right? Especially if you're going to get rid of Kirk Cousins. So I could see line 2. And the Atlanta Falcons never cease to amaze me. So
that's true.
Jalen Walker.
There we go.
Georgia.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. That's the right pick at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, he fell 7 spots for me. I had him
Yeah.
6.5 sacks. for the Bulldogs as they won the SEC. He was a 5-star.
I just think linebacker is such not a niche because that's the wrong word.
Everybody's like, hey, no more Georgia players to the Eagles. We're gonna take them all. We're not gonna let it keep falling.
Yeah, I want to hear shit about the Eagles.
Dude, think about it. I think we have 6 or 7 of their national titles winning.
Yeah, you guys do.
Like, yeah. That's a good pick. He fell.
That is a good pick.
Fell out of the top 10. I felt like he should have gone. The Falcons didn't mess this pick up like last year.
All right, Mike Green right here.
I don't know. They spent a bunch of money on defense this year. I could see O-line or wide receiver.
Yeah, they do need some wide receiver. But
well, you got Golden.
Golden would be good.
What's his fucking first name? Their head coach. He's a defensive coach. So.
Yeah.
Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon.
He's a defensive
corny guy. He's done a decent job.
Hey, I didn't think he was gonna pan out when I watched the Amazon.
I didn't either.
And he was talking about riding the bus to work, and I'm like, these motherfuckers are millionaires, and you're talking to them like about riding the bus to work. These motherfuckers didn't. They know blue collar guys. They're riding Ashton Martins to work. Like. But I think he's got. Like the defense ended up being pretty decent. Like I mean, for a team that had no names, right? Like no star.
Yeah.
So I don't think he needs necessarily someone to come in just to like change the defense. And they paid a lot of money to upgrade their defense this year. I think they need to get offensive line, someone to where Kyler doesn't have to run for his life, or a weapon for Kyler to throw to. Kyler's proven he's really good when he's got 2 wide receivers he can toss the ball up to, right?
Yeah, needs O-line, wide receiver, edge, D-line, cornerback. I have been taking a cornerback.
Go Ohio State. Pair them up, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You got 2 wide receivers. You got teammates out there that know what they're fucking doing, playing together.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would not hate it at all.
If they're going needs, O-line, wide receiver, edge, D-line, cornerback. If you're going best available, Will Johnson, I would say is probably the best available.
Yeah.
Mike Green.
I'm kind of shocked he's slid as far as he
because
has.
his knee. It's his knee.
Knees.
I'm pretty sure it's his knee. Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's worried about his knees.
All the people we hold in our hearts.
Well,
hey,
let him slide to Minnesota.
As the house that bleeds red half on the half side, right? Like, I think a wide receiver would be perfect here. If you're not gonna protect Kyler.
I need the Cardinals to fuck this up so we can make fun of it to Alonzo.
Alon's son John Zarate did.
And
you gotta hit him.
oh yeah, Alon's son John Zarate. And then your cousin. We gotta make fun of it to your cousin.
Oh, Dylan's gonna be pissed, dude. I've told him all year, Mike Green. That's the guy you want.
I have him drafting a deep cornerback, but Mike Green does make sense too.
I like Mike Green. I really, that's my dude.
Picks in.
Where we might expect to see a quarterback. Mel, how about Arizona and what we should expect from the Cardinals here at 16?
That's the Marcus favorite, Mike Green this year. And if he sucks, put it on Skinny.
Mike Green's not bad, and I like talking about him. But I just
I'm doing a dynasty.
they do need him too. Like I guess that makes sense. But
has he?
Yeah. I'm 2 games in, but he's been fucking going off.
Me and Austin are doing a dynasty. We got North Texas right now.
Austin, I told Austin, he said that if they draft Sanders, he's gonna kill himself. Jokingly, guys. And I jokingly said, because he's at work, I was like, you should hop on the live, go out to the, because he works at Chipotle, go out to the, where they like, like they make the tortillas or heat up the tortillas or whatever, and just put your face on it and get it on the live stream. I was like, we need that because it'd make us probably a little bit more famous.
A little bit.
Add another 2 or 3 subscribers for a guy's death on our live stream.
Yeah, we're got new.
Basically runs the defense. They just can't rush the passer very well down there. They need some deuce off the edge. They need some deuce on the inside.
I feel like they go Mike Green
signed Josh Sweat from free agency. Josh Sweat from the Philadelphia Eagles, who wound up pairing
That's
it
who I
up in
want.
the Super Bowl against Kansas City. And you're right, they still do need wide
Pick
receivers.
16, Mike Green. I feel like
But DB also, I guess, kind of makes sense too for.
it does. It does. It does.
In his first year there,
Because I have them taking a DB. So.
Also, Matthew Golden, I wouldn't hate it either.
Is in, and the commissioner is making his way to the stage for the announcement.
I don't have Matthew Golden going in the first round.
At 16.
You don't?
With the 16th pick in the
Matthew
2025
Golden's good.
NFL draft,
You don't have Matthew Golden going where in the first round?
Walter
Oh, you're wrong.
defensive
Walter
tackle,
Nolan?
Mississippi.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best
Hey,
available.
so that 100% certifies us, right, out of the first round.
At Ole Miss with 6.5 sacks, where he was a consensus
The two guys that I was okay, or the three guys that I was okay with getting, Kelvin Banks, Walter Nolan, and what was his nuts?
I like the versatility, guys.
I'd have been okay with Tyler Booker. I was
Tate
gonna be
McMillan.
okay.
I think the fit. You have Calais Campbell.
There's no way
back
Tate
in Arizona
McMillan was
to
going to come
mentor
that far, though.
Hey, dude, you'd be
So, from the
surprised.
standpoint of developing young
Randy
players,
Moss was supposed to go in the top 10.
This is, I think, what Walter Nolan needs, and it will benefit him in his career.
And I think
I
the
wanted
Calais
Walter
Campbell
Nolan
part
to be
is
that guy
really
who just
necessary
sneak
because
past
Walter Nolan
everybody
can
and
be as
fell to
good
the
as he
Eagles.
wants to be.
But no.
He can be Dominic
Of course
Brady.
not.
He has multiple position versatility. And I'd line
Malachi
up
Starks
every
right here.
Because a guy like this has to get
Yeah,
vertical,
Cincinnati
that can
just
get
needs
gaps and get to the
everything on
quarterback.
defense,
They
right?
do.
They're going to take Mike Green.
Arts, Mike Green, I wouldn't hate either. I do love me some Mike Green. And they need help.
Will Johnson's falling hard right now, guys, too.
To Minnesota.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, I don't know.
Would we go corner? I mean, we only draft corners in the first round, and they only just never fail.
No. Xavier
Rhodes.
Oh,
Rhodes
yeah.
from
But the last couple
Yep,
drafts,
he
guys
worked.
as cornerbacks have been.
Hey, Skinny, fuck off.
Well, one of them hasn't played because he tore his ACL, so, and the other one died. So
Yeah, exactly. It hasn't been a great
he died.
run of
You're right.
cornerbacks.
He died.
You know, let the pendulum
The other one
swing
got
to
in
them
trouble.
being much more
Can't help
on
it.
than they're
Yeah.
off. Walter,
Dude,
when
I'm
he's
watching
on,
this,
when
and
you
I
talk
just
about taking gaps,
him
right
next
on
to
the
fucking
offensive side of the
Jalen
line of
Carter would have
scrimmage,
been
when they
fucking
move
amazing.
him on stunts, slanting and he's running, he's
that's all right.
Fuck
Kate's
you.
getting a dog. Kate's getting a dog down there in the interior.
Oh, man.
he'll just disappear.
I
You
liked
can
Walter
tell
Nolan
how
too. I really did.
I am sad.
He's super quick, and he's got one of those fucking motors that just don't stop.
I'm a drink.
So-
in the country.
You should drink because you're sad.
2022, and now after an outstanding
I
season
got a quarter
at Ole
left,
Miss,
guys.
he's an Arizona Cardinal to celebrate.
And also like wide receivers. So this is crazy because that's a premier position, right? Like you got to have 2, if not 3, nowadays. And
Yeah.
to only have one go in the top 16 picks, like with that top half of the draft,
You think you know me?
to me is crazy.
From day one, it's always been about them.
It's true, but it's a weak wide receiver draft, though.
I don't know. Luther Burden's not bad.
He's not, and Ibuke is decent, but then after that,
See, the spotlight may follow me.
you got some ISU players after that.
Yeah, which Jalen Knowles not bad. I mean, I watched him. Or
Higgins-
is it Higgins?
It's Jaden Higgins or Jalen Knoll and
Pete Courtyard's official fan ambassador
Jaden
has
Higgins?
opened a new world.
Jaden Higgins.
Now I get to hang out with
Like,
him.
Higgins-
You really
Higgins
don't
is
have
definitely-
the talent isn't there,
See you on game day.
to be honest.
Well, but
Compared
you've got Golden Berlin Knoll, and then you
Yeah.
got Higgins, and then you got Josh Beck, Harold Fannin Jr., Kyle Williams. I like out of Wazoo. He's a little 5'11" guy. He's short. He's gonna run slot. Reminds me a lot of Deontay Johnson.
I love me some Deontay Johnson too.
That would be my comp to him.
All right, best available.
A better way to watch whatever you want to watch.
Wow,
Well, I,
wide
for one, am
receivers:
intrigued.
Amari Cooper, Deontay
Looking for a
Johnson,
reason to try
Keenan
the
Allen,
$5
Elijah
meal
Moore,
deal
Tyler
with
Lockett
new
got
McFadden.
signed. Nelson
Here's
Aguilar, Robert Woods, Odell.
4, and the
Tyler
Odell's
Boyd.
gone.
Yeah.
Odell's
Are
gone.
you talking about these guys being available?
Yeah, these are available
Yeah.
current free agent wide receivers.
Here's the thing. I always loved Deontay.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd's still kind of like a Mr. Reliable. He's not going to put up anything spectacular for you. But
He didn't do anything last year.
where was he at?
Death is coming for us because we
The
were
Tennessee
never
Titans.
supposed to
Exactly.
exist.
Where wide receivers go to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they do go to that.
Exactly.
Wide receivers go to
Randy
die.
died there. Randy
Right,
died there.
wide receivers die in Nashville. they always do.
And Randy died there. He did.
He
die
does.
there.
Yeah, he did. He just came back to Minnesota for a fun 2 games.
Top 10 available running back: Dobbins, Chubb, Edwards, Akers, Jamal Williams.
It's crazy that Dobbins hasn't been signed yet. He
I
had a
think this
decent
class.
year.
Yeah, but this class to me is good enough where you don't want to sign those guys until after the season or until the season starts if you get an injury, and then you get them for the minimum.
Why did Minnesota trade for Cam Akers twice and not give him a contract? I was pissed. They fucking have a hard on. They have a hard on for sure.
Yeah. Well, no.
Jordan.
That's coach. That's coach doing it because Cam played for the Rams when he won the Super Bowl with them.
It's true. But did you get your JJ jersey?
Which one? Which JJ?
You know which one. The main one.
I'm getting the icy white Jefferson jersey.
I have it.
You have the icy white? Yes, please.
White, but I have it. I'll go grab it.
I'm getting the icy white.
Antonio Brown
and then I'm gonna get a regular. And then I'm gonna get a regular JJ McCarthy jersey after week 4.
You ready for this?
I need 4 weeks.
Travis Hunter.
It's not the icy white, but it is the away jersey.
Antonio Brown tweeted Travis Hunter.
I've never owned one. Sorry, go ahead, Bryce.
Antonio Brown tweeted Travis Hunter is the first player to play both ways since Shannon Sharp.
CTESPN strikes again.
Oh man,
he needs to be in a jail cell.
Dude,
CTESPN strikes again.
He's been, his CTE is like, I feel like he kind of fakes it. Like he played into that CTE.
Oh no, he plays it up. He plays it up.
Know, like he hyped that shit up and then
because it also gives him an excuse to be an asshole. So like he uses it.
He does.
And I love it.
So I bought an away jersey this year for JJ after we signed him because I was like,
I am so proud of you. I've never owned an away jersey ever. Wow.
It's clean though.
I'd be so worried about getting mustard stains on it.
I'm not worried because
all right,
really?
I respect it.
That's a reach.
Why does everyone drink for it? But why does everyone hate Mike Green? That's what I want to know.
Well, I think it's because of the whole Marshall thing.
Who fucking cares?
You want a guy that played the SEC?
Yeah, a lot of these GMs aren't getting guys that aren't going to big schools because they don't have enough tape against good like NFL comparable competition.
I also had them drafting Shamar Stewart, so this is a perfect. I hit it spot on.
Bryce, you're killing this one.
Of the year. 3 successive seasons, he didn't record a
I don't love it.
Just against college
Seattle's on the clock. Their needs are what? O-line, wide receiver, cornerback, defensive line. I don't know if you really want wide receiver this early in this draft. Like this is a draft that you'd go later, right? Because you got Cooper Kupp and MVS and JSN.
MVS
So,
the best, dude.
I mean, you could just
best at dropping premier catches.
I mean,
Damn.
you could get a guy just because Cooper Kupp. It's not like Cooper Kupp's 27; he's 31.
Right. But isn't that why you would bring somebody in now to like play underneath and learn?
I think they go DB.
Like a development guy.
They need a DB.
Why? The Illinois kid fucking played his ass off last year.
Safety and the other side were terrible.
So tell him to go get Malachi Starks, so then we don't have to have this conversation.
I think with Will Johnson and Barron still sitting there, you probably could go.
Trey Hendrickson and what they do with him.
You know what? They need somebody like Trey Hendrickson around.
But the other one too is, dude, that South Carolina and Wanry
you can sit and watch.
Safety.
Like it's not just going to be on their
Oh yeah.
And Worry.
He's gonna go to Minnesota.
We still have like Josh Simmons at defensive line or offensive line, Josh Connerly, Donovan Jackson, Greg Zabel. Like, there's still some really good offensive line here that's gonna fall to these teams that need, like, these good teams.
That don't even
like
need
the Bills and the Chiefs that could use it.
Well, them, but the Eagles that don't even need it might even
that don't need it.
Might even take it.
I'm built for it. I'm made for it. I'm hard.
I don't know if you guys are going to take a pick this year.
I'm ready.
I think we're going to trade.
Yeah. To me,
there's big talks that we're getting rid of Dallas Goedert and we're going to take a tight end in this draft, which I wouldn't doubt.
Yeah, but the top two just left, right?
Who's the next available? The top two were the.
Well, I'm not talking.
It'd be Mason Taylor, Jonathan Taylor's son.
Yeah, I'm not talking.
LSU is the next tight end.
I'm not talking first round. I'm talking like later. Like we'll take. We'll trade Dallas Goedert to like move up in the second.
I'd just keep Dallas Goedert and have somebody develop behind him, right?
Paying him like a pretty good chunk of money to be injured half the season.
To never play, yeah.
To not play. Jalen Reed.
So I think there's
sorry, Gage.
There's
I'm not sorry.
There's Mason Taylor. There's the Miami.
Fuck the Packers.
The younger Miami guy, Arroyo.
To help all the people we hold in
Something
our
like that.
hearts. Because the most important thing
And
isn't
then
what
there's
you're
that
planning
Fannin
for. It's who.
Junior.
Private, where money means more.
They're all decent, but they're not going to go into like the second, third round. Like they're more like in the second, third round tight ends. But
Mason Taylor is the next best tight end. Who that's Jason Taylor's son, Joy Taylor's nephew. Had to bring her up.
I'll drink to that. I respect
it. Anytime I can, I will. Bring her up. Bring her up, of course. Bring her up. Of course, Kate, if you're watching, sorry.
Just like we respect her hustle.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I like how she grinds out her work, literally. Grinds it.
And he can play anywhere on that line, but he could be a Pro Bowl guard at the pro level.
Especially if they feel really good
We're
about
pick
their
18,
tackles,
guys.
those young tackles they taken in the draft, Charles Cross and Abraham Luke. If they feel
My
really
goodness,
good
Skinny.
about those tackles,
Pick us in.
attacking the interior.
That's why you're slurring your words.
A quick note as we await the commissioner. There's been one trade so far, the fewest in any first
Dude, last year I killed a case, and I was normal as fuck. That was so weird to me. Marcus is like, I didn't even know you drank that much.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select
Yeah, last year I think I took 18.
North Dakota State.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick. That's not even a reach for me. I wouldn't say that. That's a
later, but that was because
but the guy's positionless too. You can play him all around the fucking line. So by all means.
This, by the way, is the fourth year in the last 5.
Tampa, dude, Tampa's got a
perfect. It's a perfect place for him to go, man. North Dakota to Washington. He can live out in the sticks, out in the boonies. It'd be like he never left.
Think about this. This motherfucker.
We didn't even get Skyler on this year, dude.
This
Skyler doing.
He's working probably.
Yeah. This motherfucker. These people that stay at home, they get all these hats sent to him. He's got like 20 different team hats just sitting in his house now.
Just sitting around.
That he gets to keep. I would stay home too if I was gonna be a first round.
Right. You could be like some of these guys in charge to do the after party at some place.
Here's 32 hats because you're gonna go first round. We just don't know what team yet. Here's 32 hats that you can.
I don't think they'd give you 32. You'll probably get 8. I could see 8.
And then none of the 8 draft you. Like,
yeah. Imagine worrying about 8 team hats, which you're probably gonna be a multi-millionaire.
You're right.
Yeah, he's like thinking it from his perspective. He's like, I'm gonna have 8 team
Bro,
hats.
I'd be a diehard Bears fan if they drafted me in the 7th round. I can tell you that. I'd wear that. I'd throw all my shit away. You would have never known.
Never been a Minnesota
He's another
fan
guy
in my
I
life.
would have wished that fell to the Eagles, but wasn't gonna. I knew it was not gonna happen. Being at that 32 spot just sucks.
There is a picture of me when I was like 6 years old in a Bears outfit for Halloween because I thought that was the scariest thing in the world.
Picked a hell of a team to be a fan of, though, Jordan. I can't lie.
Oh, I know, right? Thanks, Randy Moss, for ruining my life.
I agree. Adrian Peterson
was yours, yeah. Yep.
I'm just glad I didn't follow in
I was
2012 Adrian Peterson, though, Jordan.
Unstoppable.
You can't get better. You can't get better than that.
Bro, every time he touches the ball, you go, because he's breaking a fucking 56-yarder every game.
He was.
Nah, the juice
Like
is loose,
he
baby.
literally. Who's skinny? Who'd you say?
The juice is loose. Way better.
Skinny. No.
Hey, he's got less convictions than the juice, so
Damn right.
I'll take that as a win in my book.
Teeth can be hard.
But you know, O.J. Simpson was way more violent than Adrian Peterson. He got his ass fucking beat
by Le'Veon Bell.
It pisses me off, dude. He should have beat the fuck out of Le'Veon Bell. I don't get that. I really don't get that.
It was a
I
setup.
would have bet everything on it. I would have bet my life savings on Adrian Peterson.
Buccaneers, they need linebacker, DB, edge, safety, and O-line. I have them taking the
Mike
first
Green gonna go?
No, I have them taking the first linebacker. I have them taking Campbell.
Campbell.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Levante David,
Aaron
they
with their-
re-signed. He's like, this is probably David's last year, so they need a they need a guy that can be a facilitator in that middle for sure. And at 19, you're getting the first linebacker off the board, dude.
Try the new croissant toast sandwiches.
And after that,
it just meals good.
I don't even know where the next linebacker really comes into play at. You know, second round, some point.
Campbell kind of reminds me of Dallas Turner too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're versatile, the pass rush special guy. You know, pass rusher attempt guys. So I could see that fitting with the big defensive line that they have.
Well, he's a guy that can play back too, you know, like a lot better play back, pass coverage and stuff like that. Which then, because they usually have a pretty decent pass rush and defensive line.
Yeah.
So that way,
yeah. The Bucks have always built teams that get after them. You know what I'm saying? That's their MO.
I think Campbell just makes sense. You got to replace your old veteran guy that you've had forever,
and bring him in and let him learn.
Yeah.
To me, that's crucial, right? Like, bring them in, let them learn. If they did go anywhere else, corner.
Yeah, you still have Will
makes
Johnson
sense too.
Jade sitting there, you know. So.
Yep, and Will I thought was the better one, right? But I didn't think he was getting out of the top 15.
Aaron Rodgers will be solid.
I didn't either. His knee injury
So,
Miami Dolphins select Ronnie Brown, Parnell Williams, Latrell Roll.
And a week and a half ago, looked like Aaron was going to be the guy.
And what was it, an ACL?
Somebody's going to get themselves a heck of a steal.
I thought it was like knee like pressure shit or whatever.
NFL draft, the Green Bay Packers select Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
We're back in Green Bay. Time now for a draft moment.
But maybe it could be the fact that he didn't play for a big team too. Like I said, a lot of these GMs are following the Howie Roseman, you know, prototype where they get the guys from good schools.
So it's Turf Toe that fucked him up for the season.
What the fuck did I miss?
And then a hand
What I missed?
Yeah, dude, right now, Sanders is going to go to the Steelers.
He is going to go to the Steelers. Do you love it or you hate it?
I love it.
I think it'll be good for him.
It's a good fit, and listen, he's been coached his whole life by his dad, and he's going to a coach that is the most in the NFL like his dad, right? Like it makes 100% sense.
DK Metcalf.
And DK Metcalf to throw the fucking ball to, and you're an accurate quarterback.
The only
You got a defense. You got a defense that can stop people too.
The only thing that's gonna suck is you got Myles Garrett coming after you.
Twice a year.
Yeah, twice a year.
Twice a year.
Practice.
Yeah,
You'll go against
right here.
You'll go against
And then he'll get comp to Lamar, even though he's not a runner of the football like Lamar is. Like
Lamar.
15th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Emeka Egbuka,
Really? What the fuck?
Okay.
I did not see that coming.
Okay.
I don't know if I love it or I hate it at the same time.
Dude, I don't mind it. It makes sense. Like I said, dude. But like I said earlier, if these guys are falling, you get the guy that's on the board that you would have never thought was going to be there, regardless of you've had to deal with injuries with your two wide receivers recently, right? So if they're not fully healthy, you've got at least 1 and 2 ready.
They just drafted though.
That solidifies.
They have a third guy.
First, maybe even a mid-first, but Emeka Buka running under 4.5.
Skylar's messaging me. He's probably talking shit. Don't talk shit, Skylar. We're best friends now.
Professional approach is how he became a first-round draft choice.
Let's see what he says.
Jalen McMillan.
No, McMillan, yeah. Yeah, who's a wide receiver 3, right? But I'm talking like wide receiver 1, 2.
I think they needed to get a defensive player. I didn't have him going until pick 20.
They're in a weak ass division, man. You take best player available and you just fucking run rampant.
I don't even think he was the best player available.
He's pretty close.
Why this may have happened? You gotta have to start like following the breadcrumbs.
It also makes
I had him going 12 to the Cowboys. Yeah, I had him go to the Cowboys.
Coming off the edge in this Todd Bowles
See, I had Cowboys taking McMillan.
You've been telling me all along they were going to go.
Yeah, I had McMillan going to San Fran. Carolina made sense too.
I feel like at linebacker you had Jahad Campbell, and then there was like nothing else for like in terms of if we want to talk about a tier list of like capability of true linebacker. So the next true linebacker, I think
Hampton goes right here.
Presented by Courtyard by Marriott.
Hampton goes here.
Running back, wide receiver, DB, tight end, D line. Not gonna take a wide receiver, tight end, I don't think.
At progressive.com.
Here's the thing: second overall pick in our draft, Skinny, right here.
Running back.
They take Hampton.
Mine was earned in Germany,
Dude,
1984.
again, that Will Johnson sitting there though is just like.
Skinny, he's gonna go to Minnesota. We don't mind.
For those
Bad
who
knees.
served and can be shared with their spouses, then kids.
As long as you're not dying or getting arrested, bad knees
Yeah.
are okay.
If we can get people that aren't arrested.
They're proud to start their family.
Adrian Peterson had a bad knee. MVP after that. Doesn't matter.
See if you can become a member.
Doesn't matter at all.
Members who switch saved an average of $725 annually on auto insurance.
God damn it, Skinny. You gotta try these, man. I've been fucking killing them.
I will.
I had no idea if anyone...
Dude, it tastes like juice.
Skylar message you right now or what?
This is so wild that I actually...
He was, but he left it off.
...started a business.
Oh. I don't know. I'm not a fan of a wide receiver for the Bucks at that point.
I know.
He did not say shit.
Dude,
Skylar fucking
what's
hates
crazy
me.
Is Will Campbell gonna fall to the Eagles and we have 3 stud DBs?
Skinny. If Will Campbell goes to the Eagles, I'm not watching football next year.
Experience the feeling yourself at a
I
local
hope somebody
Mercedes-Benz
steps up
dealer.
soon.
I hope somebody. Somebody's got to stop
Cooper
it, 'cause
DeJean
that's
at nickel, Quinyon Mitchell and
Skinny.
Will Johnson on the
We
outside.
could have had Cooper DeJean over Dallas Turner. I would have taken
I guess
that
the
at this
Packers.
point.
The Packers need one. The Vikings need one.
Let's start paying attention to
Rams,
rest when it
Ravens
matters
could
the
do
most.
need
Early
one. The
detection
Commanders
for
could
breast
do
Here,
cancer
one.
if you guys trade up and give us your second round pick and your
The
first round
Vikings-
pick,
More women scream than
that's
ever
fine.
before. At your attention, please.
We're getting Asante Samuel, dude.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been
Yeah,
with for
isn't
so
he?
long
Is he?
finds a way
He's a
to
free
survive.
agent.
Yeah,
we're
he's
getting
still
him.
a free
We're
agent.
getting him after. We're getting him after the comp pick.
Wait,
It's over.
he's never signed yet.
No, he's gonna. We're getting him
The last.
on April 28th.
The last.
Okay,
talks-
I'm not gonna lie though, Jordan. If we got Asante Samuel Jr., I would fucking die. Like I'd be so fucking.
We'd be set, man. We're fine.
We would be set.
The last thing I saw about Asante Samuel was the Eagles were going to go after him at some point, and I'm like,
Shut the
I
fuck
would
up.
love that.
So there's a rumor mill on Purple Daily where they had a hot take call in where somebody met Asante Samuel at a club in Jacksonville and he was wearing Vikings gear and they're like, "Do you play for the Vikings?" He said, "Not yet, but I will be." So they're waiting until after the comp pick equation ends, which is April 28th, to sign him.
How much money we have left?
I think it's like 12 or 13 million for the year.
Skylar just said, "Yo, just got off work." Skylar, did you see the Bucks pick? How are you feeling about?
Join.
Yeah, join the Discord if you can.
Yeah, get in here.
Welcome back to Green Bay. The Denver Broncos are on the clock at number 20, and right now it's time
My
for
best
the
friend,
Best
Mr.
Available,
Knoll.
brought
Join.
to you by Courtyard by Marriott.
Yeah, you got some good ones. Shador, I'm amazed right
Yeah,
now.
the fact Will Johnson's still here, Josh Simmons is still here. There's still some really good offensive linemen.
Skylar, the results are literally.
The question is, they're all tackles. They're all tackles, Marcus. So like, I don't think most of them. Yeah, most of them won't. I don't think. Well, I don't think they translate well to like transition. You know what I'm saying? Like certain.
Yeah, I agree.
Certain types transition in. So I don't think we're gonna take one.
I don't care if we trade back. I really don't, Jordan. But I want.
I think we will. I know.
If we
But
could trade
we had
back to,
two.
like,
We had two last year, right?
Jordan, isn't Emery and Mia naming their kids Gray?
I believe so.
Isn't it weird that I've never seen anybody named Gray in my life, but then all of a sudden my cousin's gonna be named Gray, and then there's a Gray Zabel in the NFL draft, just like randomly, like
Skylar
never.
joined, Skinny.
Yeah.
But that is the only trade we've had so far in round one, and I'll mention again the fewest
And you know
in
what?
any first round in the comment.
In our dynasty league, Skylar has like 8 picks, bro.
And that goes back to 1971.
Yeah, he needs
He
to
and
focus
Skylar-
on this
he and
draft
Skylar
then.
have
A lot more than that. The Broncos pick is in, and here
Literally
comes the
half
commissioner
the
and
draft.
special guest to make the selection.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
We can hear you.
There we go. Sorry, I'm in my car. I just got to work. I'm driving home. Yeah.
You see the Bucks pick?
The Ohio State receiver?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got a solid one, man.
Yeah, that's a solid pick. Solid
Hey,
pick.
I thought Arizona would take him. So
Despite needing defense, you're not like should have taken defense.
I know we need defense, but I don't know. With Mike and Godwin can both get hurt at any moment.
yeah, that's exactly what I said.
And we had fucking nobody. Like,
Godwin was so hot last
we had,
year,
like,
too.
no one was starting Jalen McMillan unless he wakes up mad once every 2 months.
Right. He's got to be angry. He's got to play. Didn't you text me the day like he'd tweeted something about how pissed off he was? And you're like, dude, I'm betting the house on McMillan for a tutty today, and he did. You gotta start hitting his DMs and just like saying shit like, dude, you're trash. I can't wait to fucking till the team cuts you. This that like piss him off.
No fucking way.
So then he just goes off.
100%. Will Johnson.
Johnny Barron to the Broncos.
His injuries are definitely scaring teams right now.
Oh yeah.
They did not like his medicals.
No, they didn't.
Top 12 guy currently.
He's gonna go top half of the second round. So you can kiss him goodbye today. Because even the teams that had him high on their big board are gonna be like, well, why aren't they taking him? You know what I'm saying? They always overthink that kind of shit.
And that's what's currently going on. There's about 4 other teams that.
Steelers. Is it Sanders right here though?
Yeah.
Sanders is here, 100%.
100?
They take
100.
Jalen Milroe.
Dude, that'd be hilarious.
I'm pumped about Gentry going to the Raiders. He's gonna eat in my fantasy league when I draft him.
I hate you, Skylar. I hate you.
First pick, he's gonna eat on the Raiders.
Yeah, give it a couple years because that offensive line's gonna be trash.
Oh, that's okay. I'll trade him after a couple years.
That's a pretty good group of corners right now.
I'm not like
I mean, he doesn't have to share. He doesn't have to share.
After a couple years, you're gonna be
the
tired
rushes.
After a couple years, you're gonna be tired of not him hitting 1,000 yards because the Raiders' offensive line is so fucking bad.
Dude, I guarantee you he'll still average 4 yards a carry this year.
Fucking yeah. Yeah, Josh Jacobs do great on the Raiders every year for fantasy. Like,
With
yeah,
with no line.
Yeah, stats wise, like as far as running backs,
Every
he's
year.
perfect, but he ate in fantasy.
He had like one decent season.
2 years. 2 years.
Never
2
had-
years.
never-
I had him. He fucking sucked his second year. Rookie
Receiving
year was good.
out of the backfield was okay.
Fourth year was decent.
And you're getting better receiving out of Genty than you are out of Josh Jacobs.
They are looking at Sanders
Yes,
so hard
I
right
agree.
now. They're like, all right,
Then we have entered into a
the
really
pick is in.
intriguing part of
Jalen
the draft
Milroe.
where Shedeur Sanders
Bro,
and
if
Jackson
it went
Dart
Jalen
are
Milroe or
alive.
Jackson Dart,
The belief
I would
around the
fucking
league is that the
lose it.
Saints and the Giants both really like
Because
Jackson
I even
Dart.
said from the fucking get-go, I've always locked on Sanders.
Pick is in. Pick is in.
Vikings taking calls right now for Jackson Dart to go to Cleveland, right?
What'd you say, Skyler?
So what happened to Sanders going to the Saints?
That was his only chance at the top 10.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot. Shit, I especially
They
after,
must really like Spencer Rattler.
He's
yeah,
the best.
after that, yeah, the Derek Carr injury, I thought for sure.
Yeah, I think
I
now
really
we're gonna
did
get
too.
we're gonna get into these bidding wars here between 22 and 25 on these teams trying to trade back in to get these guys.
The Browns and Giants are going to be the two teams that are going to be fighting hard to try to get in here.
Mason Rudolph, and there's Shedeur sitting there, and you have no second-round pick. Where's the young quarterback?
I thought they were going to try to trade back.
I prefer him in New Orleans.
Who?
I don't know what the Saints were thinking.
The Browns.
I disagree
The
with
Browns
it.
did trade back.
So they
They
traded
trade back from the
5.
second pick to 5.
Oh yeah.
They traded with Jacksonville
So they have 2 second-round picks now, which they can use one of
to
those
get back up into it.
What did Jacksonville give up?
The second, fourth, and
a first round next year.
And then their first round next year.
For like for the second overall pick, the fourth, and the sixth.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh
my God!
Wow!
Oh my
Okay.
God!
Sanders not going first round.
Yeah, he's going first round. Somebody's gonna give up.
Who would take him? Who would take him left?
You still have you have the Saints, the Giants, the Browns still who have already picked to come back in to get him.
I forgot the trades. I
Dude, the
haven't.
Steelers fans are
I mean,
crazy.
the Rams. I know.
And you've got teams that need picks like Minnesota.
Where do I go to see the active one with the trades on it?
NFL. Oh, the trades that have already been done.
Yeah.
NFL.com draft tracker.
This is actually a shocker too.
That is, I think we drink off this.
I said yeah, because I said for sure. I said for sure it was Shedeur.
I'm really,
I felt
really
like
shocked
they
on
needed,
that one.
like they were saying, they don't have a second round pick. You gotta take a quarterback. What are you like? Do they?
You don't have one.
Yeah. Do you,
They're 100% banking on Rodgers being their quarterback now.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
100%.
There's no way you're not.
Unless
Jordan.
third round they take
Rudolph is the future.
Unless third round,
Unless
they go after
JJ
Quinn
gets
Ewers.
hurt in week 2 of the preseason.
This is an opportunity
They-
to fortify the defense in front.
Again.
The Steelers might be banking on Quinn Ewers to be there for round 3.
No.
You just wonder.
Kirk Cousins is going to be the next
Who's
quarterback.
going to play quarterback position for them?
We're gonna
I can
trade
see that.
That's a great
him.
question.
Kenny Pickett's gonna get traded back.
No one knows.
Guess it'll be Mason Rudolph.
100% Kenny Pickett.
All right, this number
He's
4.
the best.
First round defensive lineman
You're
was
ridiculous,
Cam
dude.
whom
Fucking
they
Oh,
selected
I've gotten too many.
2011. So there's the celebration in the Steeler draft room. The question is,
You got to
when
take
will
a
the
quarterback
next
here,
quarterback
Jordan.
come off the board?
You got to take a
Come
fucking
on back
quarterback
and
at
find
this
out. The
Dude, there better be some calls. The thing is, I would have slammed the draft the bets were over under 5.5 trades today. There's only been one.
Has opened a new world for me.
So right now is like shit needs to start moving, otherwise it ain't gonna happen. Like 6 ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine being the Pittsburgh Steelers and thinking your defense, we're gonna add to the defense that already doesn't win us championships.
Yeah, is elite for the first 8 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
And then TJ Watt gets hurt, and then you're nothing. That's
I think
that's
Sanders
how it
was
goes.
a pick here. I really
Sanders, it was. But at the same time, you know, nothing ceases to amaze me when it comes to these drafts because Michael Penix went before JJ McCarthy, and I did not have Michael Penix higher on my board than JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy, yeah.
So.
All right.
Also, nobody had Bo Nix as the best QB in the draft.
And well, that's still to be determined. You can't go off of one season.
Hey,
we were laughing at Bo Nix. No, we were laughing at Bo Nix. I'm not gonna lie.
I hated the Bo Nix. I laughed it away.
Yeah, everyone did.
I still will.
Nope.
There's still time.
I told Marcus, Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix were my top 2 quarterbacks in that.
No, I like Bo Nix, but he should not have been as early as he was. But Jaden Daniels, I fucking.
Chargers need tight end, wide receiver, D-line. Not so much a running back anymore, I'd say, but a
Golden's going here.
Who's the running backs?
They have Najee.
Oh yeah, they did get Najee,
I don't think
didn't
they need to draft a running back. I think they need to get an edge. They lost Bosa and you you got old ass Khalil Mack.
And Michael Williams and Abdul Carter are the only ones to go off the board, right? So you got Green and
Green's available.
Shamar Stewart.
No, Shamar Stewart's gone. So you have Mike Green, you have the Boston College.
Combo is now just $6.
I'm just gonna drink again because I'm gonna pronounce his name.
Yeah, say it. Donovan Ezekaraku. Ezerakaru. Ezerakaru. Bukaki. What?
And then Tennessee Pierce Jr. Those are the 3 edges I still have going in the first.
And more.
Hey, hi.
April 21st to 27th.
Let's take a look.
Get started today.
What team are we on? We're on the Chargers, Gage.
It's easier to make the right
22.
call when you have the right team. McCaffrey
Got 10 picks left tonight.
I'm looking for a one. Could you
See, these picks are gonna go way longer now too because of all the all the phone calls. Yep, they're getting calls from. You got 3 teams trying to call back in right now because you want that quarterback, even if he's not the best on the board. You want that quarterback on that friendly deal where you get the 5th-year option.
True.
But man, I did not think that these 5 would be best available. Shedeur, Will Johnson, Omarion Hampton, Josh Simmons, and Matthew Golden. I had them all going in the top 20. Well, Shedeur I had going 21, but
so I'm talking to Will Austin, and he's saying that TJ Watt's a name that the Steelers have been floating around trying to trade potentially.
Well,
No,
wouldn't
I
you?
don't believe that.
Wouldn't you after 3 years of injuries?
Yeah,
I mean,
if I'm trading him, I'm trying to get a first, and I think it's almost too late for that.
I don't know if you can get a first out of him.
I think you can.
I don't.
TJ Watt.
You got to pay him though too. That's the problem. But the problem is the cap. You got to pay him.
I mean,
You got to have the cap space.
Von Miller, though, for that. The Broncos were able to get rid of Von Miller for that with a big contract.
True.
I was like to Little Austin. I was like, Derek Carmen, how you feeling? He's like, it's not Shedeur, I'm good. Basically anybody but Shedeur Sanders.
I don't know why people hate. I think Shadeur's fine. I think there's a drop off after that. I wasn't big on Cam Ward, Bryson. You know that. Like,
yeah, I know.
I didn't see him play at Miami. I saw him play at Utah, where he ran the ball 90% of the time he touched it.
I was not as big of Cam Ward clearly as like I was with Jaden Daniels or Bo Nix, but I just felt like Cam Ward, just from watching him play this year, just looked like a better quarterback.
Yeah. What was the thing I sent you, Skinny? It was like someone said Cam Ward would have been the 7th best QB in the draft last year. He's not for talent. Yeah, they said he's not for talent. It's like, honestly, in regards to other years.
Yeah, so like the fact that you have to take him at 1 does not sound good. Like I'd rather trade back and build my team with talent instead of that.
Yeah, think about it. The QBs last year were better than him.
Yeah,
100%.
Drake May,
I think JJ McCarthy would have been number 1 overall in this draft if he would have went this year.
Yeah.
The Michigan handoff merchant.
They don't do anything special.
Bro, come on now. You can say that all you want. You can say that all you want, and then when you see the play this year,
Chargers are taking it down to the whole wire. My favorite thing last year before the draft was that somebody made a JJ McCarthy highlight video, and it's literally like 10 minutes of him just handing the ball. There is not a single pass.
I mean, that doesn't mean he can't be good. Now look at fucking.
I know.
Justin Herbert, now that he's got fucking Harbaugh, Justin Herbert didn't pass at all last year.
Yeah, no, I know. I fucking loved it. It was so funny.
But yeah, fucking
the one preseason game I got, he looked damn fucking good. He was throwing darts.
I mean, come on.
That killed me in our fucking fantasy league was the Chargers getting Harbaugh, because I was always starting Herbert. He was balling out.
Yeah, I had Herbert. I have Herbert in one of my dynasties, so that kind of fucked me too.
This is where I had Grant going, but the Chargers need tight end,
Golden,
D-line, running back, edge.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, I could see him taking wide receiver. Could also see him taking an edge.
Top 15 prices, top 20 prices. Heck, we may not even need
They really do need to add to the defense. Don't matter how many fucking points they score when they're giving up 30-something a game.
Right. Well, and they're in a division too that.
Will Johnson's from Michigan.
Yeah.
It's true.
That is true. That makes sense. I thought if Colton Loveland was going to be here.
Literally every draft that I did, I had them taking
Colton
one of the Michigan guys.
Yep.
Loveland, Grant, Will Johnson, whoever.
They're guys that Harbaugh recruited, so he was going to be like, "Yep, that's." I trust them.
His dad was it because he was too brash? All the other nonsense that you hear. Because it isn't because of how he plays the game.
Well, and we had rumors last year of the Herbert trade.
Yeah.
And the rumors were confirmed. Like there was talks between the Chargers and Vikings for Herbert, so they could get JJ.
Really?
Yep. It was confirmed that there was conversations.
I couldn't imagine.
Ultimately, the Vikings didn't want to pay. Ultimately, the Vikings didn't want to pay the money to have Herbert.
Well, because you have to think.
It'd have been cool though.
You would have had.
Cool.
I would have been okay with it. But I like JJ too. So.
22nd pick in the 2025
Jordan.
NFL draft. The Los Angeles
I don't know.
Chargers select
I trust
Omarion Hampton, running
that
back.
McConnell knows what he's doing. JJ McCarthy.
Marion Hampton. So Najee doesn't have to run the ball as much. So whoever has Najee in fantasy, best player you're not getting any catches. You're not getting any catches out of Najee Harris anymore.
When Najee signed with the Chargers, I was like, dude, Najee's gonna fucking eat in that offense.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
Like Dobbins did, right? You thought you were gonna get Dobbins plus production?
I was like, dude, Najee's gonna fucking thrive in that offense.
Up to this point, second round pick, it's up for trade.
But
in our league,
he's under 6 foot tall. He's not as big, so like, I gotta be a little optimistic still.
He had really good stats, but he also played in the ACC.
Yeah, you
so
also have to think, he didn't start popping off until like up on draft boards until the last within the last you know, like he isn't somebody that I had him go to
running
the
back
Broncos.
in the first round. I did too. Skinny, he was gonna be my pick in the Dynasty League if he went to the Broncos.
Don't mix him wearing the North Carolina uniform.
God, I'm so depressed now. I'm depressed for that league.
Hey,
Skyler, you want my pick?
All right, and so as the National Football League is
Second
now
overall pick,
taken
Skyler.
to
I'll give you a good deal.
the draft on the road.
I don't need any more picks. Shit.
Well,
I know.
think
Me
about
and you together have over half the picks in that league.
Oh yeah.
Skyler, how many positions do you have open? Because if you have like 8 draft picks and only 5 positions open, you gotta
hey,
make
no,
some
this
decisions.
it's a good time to do it. You can do swings and misses, man. He can get whatever the fuck he wants.
I traded away quite a few players last year.
I like.
I traded with you in our dynasty. Skyler.
Oh yeah, that was a very good trade.
Yeah.
Gage is guessing that Will Johnson goes to the Packers.
I had 3 wide receiver, or I had 3 running backs. You had multiple wide receivers, so it worked
It
out.
could be Will Johnson. You also need some wide receiver help. I'm not gonna lie.
This is where I have them taking an edge rusher.
Packers or?
Yeah, I have them taking the, again, not going to say his last name because I'm going to fuck it up.
I think
Green Bay likes to draft cornerbacks here, though, too. I could see Will Johnson. If they drafted an offensive lineman, it would scare me because I know that offensive lineman's way too good because Green Bay, that's just what they fucking do.
Simmons is right there, too. Dude, I'm actually kind of shocked Campbell's still on the board, too.
I feel like Green Bay should be the team to trade back get one of those teams that wants a QB, try to rob them.
You got Jonathan Simmons still, right? Or did he go?
Yeah,
Simmons go? Yeah, so like I had him high.
They're almost 6 minutes in.
Connerly. You got Donovan Jackson, the guard. Like, I think there's plenty of offensive linemen there that they probably go to.
They're listening to the trade talks right now.
I told you guys, they need to trade back with one of those teams that wants a QB because they really they don't need anybody.
No, wait till the next. Can we wait till the next pick, Skyler, please?
I think Green Bay should.
I only have 4 picks this year, and I watch all 7 rounds every year. I need this. I need this.
Yeah, they're definitely listening to the trade talks right now. They got something brewing. Gage said we don't need wide receiver. Reed is all we need.
Reed the truth. Most slept on fucking fantasy receiver.
That can play 8 games. That can play 8 games a year.
Reed? What do you mean?
All of them. They're all injury fucks.
James Pierce, Boston College.
Sorry, they can't just draft wide receiver talent like the Vikings do. I'm sorry.
When you watch his tape, there's no
True.
reason he should be on the board.
We know what we're doing.
They had Jordy Nelson, all right.
I don't even think they drafted Jordy Nelson. I think he was the UDFA.
Yeah, I think he was too.
You're probably right, Jordan. You're probably right. You know what? He was damn good.
He was damn good. Smooth. As long as a white man was throwing the white guy a football.
He was drafted in the second round.
Jordy was?
Jordy?
Yeah, 36 overall.
Oh. From what school?
Wasn't he Kansas State? Greg Jennings was a second round pick.
Yeah. Western Michigan. Yep.
Until he went to
Donald Driver
Minnesota.
was a 7th round pick.
Hey, Bryce saw Greg Jennings catch a touchdown pass as a Minnesota Viking. Bryce saw it.
Devontae
He was
Adams,
there.
dude. They actually
He He was a second-round pick. I know.
The Packers killed the second-round draft picks.
Second round wide receivers. Yeah, but these guys are all first rounders. Packers always draft linemen early, and you go, haha, why'd they do that? And then you find out later when they're 6-time All-Pros.
and they've only been in the league for 5 years.
And they've won 10 games every fucking year. You know, must be nice.
I don't know how the math works, but bro, they must be pushing for a trade too. Like there's something brewing.
Somebody's calling.
They're debating
it. Because as a GM, right? Like you got to have your pick ready when the first one goes, and then you're like, all right, if somebody calls, like, do we love them that much, or do we love that much?
All I know is I'm at the right age where Mel Kiper's getting a little older. You know, I'm at that age where maybe I can get.
God, if I could have Mel, if I could have Mel Kiper's job.
Be wrong for majority of the draft picks and stuff, and still have a job.
He worked at it. Nobody expected him to run that fast. It's a testament to his work ethic.
Pick is in. They didn't trade.
Okay. So we're definitely linemen then.
In attendance, waiting to hear who their team will add.
So Josh Connerly, or no, Josh Simmons. No, Josh Simmons. Welcome to Green Bay. Enjoy playing in a stadium with my last name on it.
Trades. And the last time that we had that few was back in 1971.
Sorry, mine and my brother and half of my brother's last name on it.
We should just start using that as like we're better than you.
Hey, we know it.
My last name's on a NFL stadium this year.
Quarterback may go, and now we're looking here at the Green Bay Packers, set to make their pick. So the
I should get a brick outside of
my great granddaddy played
US
for you
Bank.
For the Packers for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go, boys.
All right, peace out, buddy.
Good talking to you, brother.
Yeah, see, I could see the Packers getting Jaden Higgins or whatever in the second. I think Jaden Higgins will be a solid. I think he's going to be better than Alan Lazard in the NFL.
Waiting to hear where they go until the commissioner is
Lazard's still in the NFL.
Yeah, but I'm saying is I think Jaden Higgins will be better.
I know.
Alan Lazard took a huge pay cut to stay with the Jets.
Yeah.
Crazy. Took like an $8 million pay cut.
He's also going to have Justin Fields throwing him the ball, so. Ugh.
Hey, Mark.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
What'd you say, Skinny?
You good?
Two-time Super Bowl champion and Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy.
Bro,
don't worry about me.
At first, the way you were looking, I thought you froze.
See how many fucking drinks are here, Skinny?
I'm only counting like 4.
Roger, thank you in the NFL for bringing the draft here to Green Bay for the best draft in the history of the NFL.
11. Yeah.
Dude, I'm actually kind of impressed with you. Usually you hit that like 6 to 8, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna stop drinking and start.
Bro, I can't.
And everywhere,
Dude, I'm drunk as fuck.
You know what that means? Marcus isn't going to work tomorrow.
My stepdad died. I'm not going to work.
Okay, don't even say that. Not your fucking stepdad.
Particularly since we are the only community-owned team in the NFL.
Just kidding. Are you gonna fucking flame me, dude? Don't be that guy.
Just out of curiosity, how many of you are owners?
Oh my God, Mark, shut up and make your pick.
I'm an owner.
They're not owners. You just pay the team.
And we also want to celebrate
give them money.
The connection we have with our fans that dates back to the
I'm gonna become an owner of the Packers. And then
Lazard is wasted talent. I don't know if you'd say wasted. I don't know if I'd say wasted talent. I just
think
say
he's done
not
just
good.
enough. I mean, when Devontae Adams was hurt, he came in and put up a couple 100-yard games for him.
2002, draft a wide receiver.
Yep.
Matthew Golden, wide receiver.
See, I like that.
Golden. Thank
I
God.
like that a lot.
They finally get a wide receiver who can fucking stay healthy.
Yeah, right. Gage, great pick.
Gross, Pack, gross.
Overrated.
All right, are we trading it?
Yep, 100%.
Guess what's gonna happen though?
No, we're getting Shador, dude.
Hey,
we do need QB2.
Yeah.
All right, Vikings need DB, O-line, safety, linebacker, D-line.
We could take Will Johnson. We could.
Will Johnson. Jahad Campbell's sitting there just waiting to be taken.
No. If they draft a fucking safety, I will take this jersey off and remove all Vikings memorabilia.
100% they're drafting.
Jordan, you're rocking a Teddy Bridgewater jersey, which I respect the fuck out of.
They're 100% taking.
Why do you have a Teddy Bridgewater?
They're 100% taking Emin Wari from South Carolina.
I hope we do too.
Dude, he's like the only safety in this draft that is willing to fucking.
Pick is in.
Pick is in.
Oh wow.
They're right now. They're jizzing right now. The Vikings up front office. It's like the Justin Jefferson, Jalen Rigger situation. They're like, oh, my guy's still here. Oh. They're laughing at all the other teams in front of them.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
You know what's crazy is like a lot of these dudes are wearing the colors of the team that they're getting drafted to.
That they're getting drafted by, right?
Like it's a little weird going on here. Do they know?
So many reasons,
I mean, they know. Most of them do.
Sports quite like the Green Bay Packers, and Mark Murphy did a great job of explaining.
I can't believe we took the pick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I thought we'd trade back for sure.
You know, you're probably not getting the value that you wanted.
Matthew Golden is going to address the crowd. Let's hear what he says.
Is Kwesi good with getting? And he also needs to nail a first rounder, right? Like Addison is his only hit.
That's true.
It's a blessing.
Marcus.
What? Only have 2 drinks left. 1 drink left. Actually, 1 drink left. This one.
All right, Verizon Business to Molly,
picking and
the
picking.
man of the moment, Molly.
Matthew, that was a warm welcome from your new fan.
Down to my last cup of
What is it
apple
like
pie.
to stand here in front of all these Packers fans?
My goodness,
It's a
dude.
blessing. You know, I put in so much work to get here, and I got my family here, man. It means the most to me,
Donovan
man.
Jackson. Donovan Jackson.
I can't thank God enough. I can't thank God enough.
I'm gonna bring back the grills, guys.
When the lights were brightest.
I remember when fucking
Bay.
Jordan had grills.
I had grills too.
Yeah. From me, man.
Good grills?
I'm a reliable target. And, you know, I get open
He
anywhere.
looked fucking ridiculous.
I was sophomore in high school.
I'm bringing that dog mentality.
He had like fitted and everything, dude.
I had the white Yankees hat with the fucking dollar bill logos on the side. I was Hey, I was hot shit back in 2000.
Basically, Marcus, somebody we would make
6. Yeah, but it was cool before then, so you know. You guys were still shitting in diapers when I was getting pussies.
Oh, in 2006, I was definitely shitting in diapers.
I didn't say 2006.
I was winning. I was winning fucking youth tackle football championships. All right. That's what I was doing.
I was totally beating Skinny in Madden 05, dude.
Oh, I was too.
I didn't even know who the fuck you were. When I beat Jordan in like Madden like 12, he was like, "All right, we're done. Never playing you again."
Yeah, because I had 6 controllers beat over my head because I beat them all the time.
No, my funniest fucking thing was Jordan had moved back, and he's like, "You beat me in Madden." We were fighting over a fucking extension cord or some shit, just something stupid. He's like, "You beat me me in Madden.
It's pretty impressive.
I was
And
impressed with his ability to separate.
and you can
That's
have
what
it.
a quarterback wants
And
to
I
see.
played as like the
Separation
fucking worst
from the
team in the
defender,
league.
knowing that you can throw
And
the
this is the
football
point that
to
Jordan
him
knew he
on
could
time
never
and
play me
accurate. And when you
in
look at
Madden
Green Bay,
again
it's often said
because
that
I
Green
fucking
Bay
smoked
has a
him.
lot of
He's
receivers.
like
Well,
a
the
half-
game also got dirt shit after that, so I haven't
he was
played
like-
any
he
Madden
was
after
like-
that. If that
He's
makes
like,
sense, if
just
that makes
take
it
the,
any
he's
better.
like, just take the cord and get out of my room. Like, he had like, because it was like he had like Brian Peyton Manning or
Like
something.
they selected
And I'm
their
playing
pick.
with and I'm playing with the fucking Browns and just smoking. And he's like, yeah, take the cord and get the fuck out. Left it at that.
Donovan Jackson.
That's what I'm thinking too.
That's who they took.
Oh, is it already in? How am I
That's
delayed?
what I got.
In the 2025
Damn,
NFL
I'm behind.
Draft,
I am
But
too.
it says I'm live.
select Donovan Jackson, guard.
I don't need it.
Oh,
We need it.
yeah. We got a guard. Now the question is, he fell to us. Is he not fucking?
Did he fall to you? I didn't have him go first round either. But
I had Donovan Jackson on
Skinny.
first round.
Skinny, you just don't know what you're talking about. I gotta take a piss though.
Will Johnson,
Me too.
Mike Green, Will Campbell, Emin Worry. Oh, Houston Texans trade to the Giants.
The Houston Texans. In return, they're giving up pick 34, pick number 99, and a third-round pick in 2026. The Giants at 25 are on the clock. Look for a quarterback here. All right, here we go. So this is exactly what we were waiting for.
The Giants
Now,
are taking
Giants
Sanders.
Getting their man at the top, Abdul Carter, not taking the quarterback there. If they turn it around and get the quarterback they're looking for here, this could turn out to be a magnificent night for the Giants.
Well, it's been discussed that Brian Daboll likes Jackson Dart, quarterback Ole Miss. They're like talking about number 3, way too high. He's 28, same grade as the 21st player on my board. So he's right in the range for Jackson Dart. I'm still Shador, but more
All right,
mobility.
chat. I don't know how many people are even in here. I'm not even looking at any of that. Do the Giants take Jackson Dart over Sanders?
Jackson Dart has a more than Shador on paper. I'm a Shador guy. Love him. Jackson Dart I like. And I think Brian Daboll says, hey, he's my guy because he can move around and he can, like I say, had those games where he could beat you with his legs, 3rd and 8. He can run for 30 yards. Gets an athlete, okay? And he can make the throw. 6'2", 223 pounds, coming out of that RPO offense for Lane Kiffin. So, hey, if he wants somebody who can do more than be a great pocket passer, then Jackson Dart gives you more with his legs than Shador does.
And not only that, not only as a pocket passer, if you look at Jackson Dart, throws under pressure, when pressure's in his face, it's outstanding. I mean, he stands in that pocket and makes big time throws. I agree with you. Shador Sanders is quarterback for me. Brian Daboll seems to be leaning toward Jackson Dart.
The difference for me was Shador came through in the clutch when it mattered the most in games late. He's taking it out of
Traded in, huh?
Yeah, Giants. Jackson
And
Dart.
they took Dart?
They haven't yet. Are they going to take Dart or are they going to take Jackson?
Well, I just saw Dart. I just saw Dart fucking shaking hands like he just got picked.
Right after this, live in Green Bay on ESPN.
There's no way Jackson Dart goes before Shador. I'm sorry, Dart's fine, but he's not better than. I have him more comparable to Quinn Ewers than I do to Shador. You know what I'm saying? Like
again, Jackson Hart's like the Hampton. They both started to just skyrocket the last couple weeks.
Yep.
What happened over the couple weeks compared to the last year that? What happened? Like what changed?
What did Houston get? Did they say?
It was like this pick number 96.
So a late 3rd rounder. This pick, and then a 1st round next year.
Let me go look. I probably can find it real quick. All right, so the Giants get pick 25, Texans get 34, 99, and a 2026 3rd round.
Great. What do you?
So a 2nd round, so their 2nd rounder, their 3rd rounder, and next year's 3rd.
You can avoid awkward.
Why wouldn't Minnesota do that? I would have done. I like Donovan Jackson. It's fine. It makes sense to me. But why wouldn't Minnesota do that? We don't have a 2nd rounder. We have the latest 3rd round, like one of the last picks in the 3rd round.
like my side soft.
Sleep Number does that.
I'm a little upset that
So sleeping on a smart bed.
Kwesi couldn't pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I like to sleep.
Adam
even
Schefter,
cooler.
Michigan cornerback Will Johnson has a knee issue that has concerned some
Meet the
NFL
Sleep Number
teams.
Climate Cool Smart Bed.
Yeah.
It explains why he's dropped.
15
Okay,
degrees
well,
cooler
I
on
think
the
we all
inside.
knew that.
no shit,
Visit a
Sherlock.
Sleep Number store near you.
But nobody had him going in past 25.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Jahdae Barron is the only corner to come off the board, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Will
No,
Johnson
well,
does-
besides Travis Hunter.
Dash Pass saves you money on.
Oh,
But Travis
yeah,
Hunter's
yeah,
gonna be,
yeah.
but Travis Hunter's gonna be a wide receiver, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Will Johnson is the only other
Dash Pass by DoorDash.
first round
Door to
talent
door
I
savings.
had. Like Trey Allen
Yeah.
was a second rounder.
well, besides Jahdae, you had Jahdae in the first round, right? Yeah.
He's the
Okay.
only- Will Johnson's the only guy that I have left. I guess.
at a great price.
Yeah.
Delivered fast, right to their door.
Yeah, at a position that every team you always need them, right? Like you always need a corner.
Somebody tweeted Mel Kiper seems to be personally offended that Shedeur Sanders hasn't been drafted.
Yeah, because he's he's probably been kissing ass to Coach Prime.
Well, and like a lot of stuff that was posted the last couple days is
Gage said Vikings need a whole new team. Come on now, we won 14 games, beat you guys twice. Get out of here. Listen, I as much as I love to hate on the Packers, you guys have always been good. That's probably why I hate so much. But Donovan Jackson, I'll take. It's a team need. It's not a reach. I would have rather traded back, especially with now what I know the Giants are getting. I would have taken that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was.
I would have taken that because we only have four picks.
You would have gotten 2 extra picks or 1 extra pick technically this year.
Yeah.
And it's a third rounder, which you guys don't. Are you guys
and there's no, we don't have a second
but what
round.
I'm
That went to
saying is
Houston.
you guys would have picked up a second round pick.
So we would have basically moved back 9 spots.
Yeah.
To do this.
Potentially
and get 2 picks.
Could have still got Donovan Jackson potentially or another.
I don't know if Donovan would have fallen out because I think Buffalo would have taken him, but yeah.
I think there's still a decent lineman at that.
I think they were desperate at getting a guard.
Yeah.
And that's especially when your team's built to and you're drafting like you have the potential to be best player available, you don't do that.
Marcus is so fucked.
With the 25th pick
Yeah.
in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants.
Jackson Dart. Oh my God.
Jackson Dart, quarterback, Mississippi.
Oh my God. This is Zach Wilson 2.0. I'm calling it right now. Will not be a starting quarterback in 4 years.
Shedeur Sanders getting the Will Levis treatment? Oh my goodness.
He went to USC, started 3 games, then transferred to Ole Miss. Started 3
Yeah, I had the Browns.
for Lane
I had the
Kiffin,
Browns
threw
trading up
72
later,
touchdowns,
a little bit later,
finishes the
taking
school's all-time
Jackson
leading
Dart.
passer, surpassing Eli
Well,
Manning.
the
Mel,
Browns
your
can still trade
reaction?
up. I think they'll get. Well, yeah, because they got their that extra second rounder.
His completion percentage every year under Lane Kiffin improved.
The pick is in for Atlanta already.
Culminated with 69% this pick.
Oh, Atlanta traded. No, they traded the Rams.
Well, this is the Rams pick.
Last 2 years.
So
Yeah, the Rams traded it to Atlanta. Atlanta's trading up.
The concern for me, and the reason I'm the Shedeur guy, is in the big spot.
Or is this? Yeah.
No, they're trading it to
Atlanta.
Where Ole Miss faced a then-ranked opponent, LSU.
Maybe the Falcons are like finally like, all right, we want Will Johnson.
Yeah, I could see that.
And they were looking for a playoff spot.
Enough's enough, right?
Will Johnson, I have been taking Mike Green.
Touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And that late meltdown against
Credit to the Falcons for trading up 2 years in a row to get their players.
That they probably actually want, not.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works out. Keep in mind the quarterbacks that have dropped a little bit. How about the quarterbacks?
I would much rather have a guy that I know that I love than 7 seventh rounders like Rick Spielman used to do. So I get it.
I wonder what
Penix. If Penix would have started the entire season last year, the Falcons probably would have been in the playoffs. Like Penix, you know what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins was not healthy enough to be starting week 1. He had to because they paid him $100 million.
Weather, and for Shador like Drew Brees and Peyton Manning, that dome would help him so much and give him a chance to have a great career. And he's certainly
This is it's interesting, man.
Very, very well respected down in Oxford.
So now the question becomes, Bryce, is Shador going in the first round?
Dude, he's got a big arm.
Or are the Saints just like praying? Because they have what's their pick in the second?
I don't know, but it's just like the Steelers. The Steelers don't have a second-round pick.
Are you
Yeah.
the next GM and the next head coach?
The only quarterback that I have going relatively to the third round is Quinn Ewing.
I'm happy for the kid.
Let's find out what we can from South
No,
Highlands.
I have him going later. I have him going the 4th or 5th.
I don't see the Steelers
Well,
like.
it's pretty clear that
Nah.
head coach Brian
You know,
Daboll
like-
likes Jackson Dart. Why?
Are
Because
you
taking a
he has
flyer?
some of the
Yeah.
same traits
To be your
that
starter?
Josh
Like-
Allen had
No,
in
right.
Buffalo. That mobility,
No,
dual
the fact that they
credibility,
didn't
the
draft
big arm to get the ball
either
down
Dart
the field,
or
the toughness. Those are the
Shador
traits that Josh
at
Allen
20,
showed
what
Brian
was it,
Daboll
21?
in Buffalo. That's why Jackson Dart.
They
of Ole
know
Miss
Rodgers is going to be the guy
here
this
and will
year,
be a
so
New
they're
York
like,
Giants
why waste?
baby.
Why spend the pick?
Yeah.
You know, if we know that this isn't gonna, because if shit doesn't work out this year anyways, then guess what? You can get Arch Manning next year.
Yeah, they'll have the top.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
And we will take a look at the history of first-round quarterbacks.
honestly, would you rather? At this point, like Shador is the guy, but then after that, if you're really like desperate for a quarterback, that might be the play.
Hey,
gotta go to the icy pop now, huh?
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart over Shador.
Jackson Dart went
to
the
New
Giants.
York.
New York traded in.
Yes.
You fucking kidding me?
The Falcons just traded in
To the Rams.
To
Yep.
the Rams, so we're waiting on their pick.
Hey, don't worry about my icy pop. It might be Pedialyte. Jordan, I might be drunk. Fuck you.
It happens.
Dude,
It
you
does.
were definitely drunk. The way you
Skinny.
This was you at one point.
This spot, and the commissioner will announce their pick.
What was I doing?
I literally thought your screen was frozen because you weren't
Atlanta
moving.
Falcons with the 26th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.
Oh, fuck.
The Atlanta Falcons select.
All right, Falcons are picking.
Pierce Jr.
James Pierce?
defensive end,
Yep.
Tennessee.
Oh, you motherfuckers!
They came in. They came
They
in to get
traded
him.
back in?
Yep.
Mike Green.
Traded with the Rams to get back in.
But what I missed, guys, I know it's John for a second. I'm sorry.
You missed the two biggest parts of the trade of the draft. They were both trades. So
Wow.
Houston traded out New York.
Okay.
New York took Jackson Dart.
Terrible pick.
Not Shador, right? Zach Wilson. This year's Zach Wilson. I'm calling it right now.
I think
And
you're right.
then-
I think you're right.
And then the Rams were the next pick. They traded with Atlanta, and Atlanta moved up and got James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee.
Bro, you see
the
this?
Rams now have the Falcons first round
Oh my
pick
fucking
next year
God.
for this trade.
26 overall
We
pick
only had one
and a
trade
third round
in
pick.
the
You
early
get a
portion
second,
tonight. Now we've
the
had
seventh,
back-to-back
and next year's
that get
first.
moved. As far as
Yeah,
James
that's a
Pierce is
swindle.
concerned,
The
first
Rams
all
just
SEC
got-
each of the last 2 years, Mel, racking up 7
Yeah, the bag. Yeah, the bag.
All for
Dude, this is what Atlanta does. They always
Guys,
fuck
this is
shit up.
terrible. This is terrible.
Outside of Abdul Carter, all right? He could be
Jordan,
the
thank
next
you for
best
joining
pass
the
rusher in
podcast.
this
I just want to
draft.
tell you.
Of course, of course.
245 pounds.
I texted Bryce a couple weeks ago because I was like, do I need to do a little more research so I can be prepared?
But
He's
it
like,
worked out.
I'll let you
It
know.
worked out because even without the research, we're doing great.
Yeah, well, I know
100%.
most of these guys anyway.
Marcus is drunk as shit.
Which I
like
love.
always.
Dude, are you see these fucking cans you want?
What percentage? What percentage?
Dude, what?
More than five and a half.
What's the percentage?
They're vodka. They're vodka drinks, not beers.
More than you can afford.
What are they? What are they?
Because if he
Son,
does,
what?
Atlanta finally has the
Can you
rusher
go fuck
that they've been
yourself?
looking
They're
for.
like at
Because
least
he has it all.
4.5.
At least.
No, seriously. What are they called?
Skimmers.
They're skimmers, dude. They're damn good.
Skimmers.
They're damn good, damn it.
I'm gonna go get me some tomorrow.
from Tennessee. But
You see how drunk I am? I didn't know it was coming up.
They are exactly 4.5.
To the New York Giants.
I know they are.
Abdul Carter earlier in the night.
Well, they're nothing
I got
less.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I thought you said you had one left.
In Green Bay
And that
on
was going to kill
ESPN.
12.
You go fuck yourself. You don't know what I got.
Is Jackson Dart gonna play this year?
NFL Draft Green.
No, right?
Visit Lowe's.com.
You're gonna
100% no.
You're gonna go Russ. If that doesn't work out,
to recreate the
I
look
think
in
you
your
play.
Jameson will finish the season.
official.
I still can't believe
Right?
Sanders is not going to hit first round.
You
It's
still
not
got
going to happen
time.
at this point. It's not going to happen at this point.
If you want 5 years with him, yes, you do.
Krabby Patty, engage.
You think Cleveland?
Saints.
It's mission.
The Aints? No way.
The Aints.
The Saints, dude. The Saints have to be trading.
New coach, right? He's got some time, so he'll have the
Saints-
years.
The Saints have to trade away players at this point to open up the draft. Because
Pick is in.
well, and they just picked up.
Did they just
picked up Chris Olave's 5th year. So
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked they picked up the 5th year.
I wasn't shocked.
Why not? No, that makes sense.
I wasn't
That's
shocked.
the only.
Dude,
That's the only guy that makes plays
Jordan.
for him.
Is she talking to us?
But really,
But their
What-
cap wise, their cap's
he
fucked.
what has he
Well,
done?
what has he done? He dies
Ben-
because his quarterbacks fucking put him in bad situations.
Well, he's also a wide receiver too. Anyways, like you know what you're getting out of
I,
him.
for one, am intrigued.
Fair. It is
So
fair.
it's compare him to like he's an older Addison. So like if Addison was in his 5th year with us, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think of it like that because Olave's what 28.
Big gains come from AI that works across.
Addison's had more touchdowns and been in a better system. If Olave was in the same situation,
built for business.
I don't know what.
Oh, spice.
I don't think that we'd be saying that.
Sweet scent of a honeymoon.
Olave's
think-
nice, man.
I think he is okay, but I think Addison, if he's not in Minnesota, he'd be top 20, easy.
Mm-mm.
You don't think
No.
so? I think Addison's
Nope.
good. I really do think Addison's
Fully
good.
custom.
Addison's good, but it also helps when you have Justin Jefferson who's getting double and triple teamed down the
Yeah.
field.
Thank you.
Travis kidding. I hate
Opens up. It opens up for Addison.
Exactly what I
The
said.
thing is, if Olave if Olave is in that same situation, I think
Hey.
Olave is the better player.
George, you're supposed to be shitting on anyone but Vikings players.
Hey, I as a Vikings fan, I am a realist.
Thank you.
The one thing that in the entire world that Bryce and I can agree on is Chris Olave.
No, and the Jordan Addison part. Like Marcus.
Yeah, no, Addison's fine. I like Addison.
I think Addison's good. Marcus is like, oh, Addison's so blah blah blah.
I think
this.
Addison is top tier wide receiver too, but I think
legit.
Olave
He's
is
legit.
Olave is the type of guy that's a wide receiver, top tier wide receiver too, but
Olave-
also could be a one.
If Olave
in the right system.
Didn't get kept throwing into fucking getting his head taken off every goddamn 2 games, Olave would be fine.
It also doesn't help that Derek Carr is his quarterback, and Derek Carr likes to single in on certain players and only throws to them.
That's true.
So, like, if Olave would flourish with a Kirk Cousins type, where Kirk Cousins is like, oh, he's open, throw it. You get what I'm saying? Like, Derek Carr's like, oh, he's open, but he's not gonna be. I'm gonna go to my guy that I think I can trust.
All right, Ravens. They need offensive line, DB, safety, D-line, edge.
There's plenty of offensive linemen left.
And there's plenty of defense. Just fucking defense, dude. Will Johnson, Mike Green, John Campbell. Like, guys
Hey,
that
go tight end and get rid of Mark Andrews.
you'd be overdrafting a tight end in the first round right here.
I don't know. Mason Rudolph's top tier, top second round guy for me.
You mean Mason Taylor?
Mason Taylor, not Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph gets his head pushed in by Myles Garrett.
Malachi Starks.
Malachi Starks.
I love that pick. I love that pick.
I don't.
We're gonna take a drink for a guy that probably should have been drafted way earlier.
Nope. I won't drink for that. I don't trust Georgia's safeties anymore.
You know what? Just forget everything you know.
Yeah. It's hard to forget, and I don't forgive.
Dude, the last like 5 picks is forget everything you know.
Don't worry, don't worry. He'll break his leg in the middle of preseason. Won't play his first year.
You don't know, Jordan.
And then he'll be on special teams for the rest of his year and a half that he's with the team, and then they'll trade him away.
Jordan, you don't fucking know.
We got a better bag trading him away than what we got for getting him.
We did.
Yeah. I hate Lewis Cine with a passion, just like I hated Mike Hughes with a passion.
Yeah, I don't blame you for hating Mike Hughes.
He will embody that.
Goddamn Mike Hughes.
I can go through defensive backs that have just pissed me off.
And you know, Jordan, we don't have to talk about it. Because there's a lot of them.
You know it's bad when I was excited that 37-year-old Stephon Gilmore wanted to play cornerback for us.
You know what? He did an okay job.
He did. And Terrence Newman, remember Terrence Newman came to us at 40. The man was 40 and playing corner. And I said, dude, thank God we finally got something in here.
Slash safety.
Yeah.
And he played good. He did play good.
Patrick Peterson let me down. I loved Patty P in Arizona.
No, you can love Patty P in Minnesota, dude.
Hey,
he had quite a few picks.
Hey, Jordan, did you see the new hat?
Yeah.
Hey, you like them?
Oh, can I get one? Where do I get it?
On that
Marcus.
I was gonna say get a merch site, and I want one of those.
Well, we don't have enough subscribers yet. Dad's been like
number one fan.
Like,
yeah.
He's the one that got us the koozies to like promote.
Shout out Mark Meyer.
Yeah.
Sure.
The 2 hats that we've gotten. Yeah, he's been hyping us
No,
up.
those are dope. I like one. Let me know. I'll give you money for one. I like that.
If we order like,
I'll wear it next year when you guys have me on.
At this point, we have to. Draft special.
Right.
Well, Lil Austin could have been on.
I'm your guys' drunk Todd McShay. Well, I guess I can't say drunk because Todd McShay is drunk.
Energy vibrating off of you. That was quite the hug with Commissioner Goodell. How do you describe what's going through you right now?
I'm ready to go. I've been waiting for long. I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
This Ravens defense
Malachi Starks.
Down this stretch last season. What
kind of shocked that
over
that secondary?
No, he was barely in my top 50.
Really?
I think he's a beneficiary of that great Georgia pass rush.
Everything you just said
where that team has the team that they're playing has to make quick decisions, and he can jump a ball, you know, like he can catch a pass playing defense pretty well when you got a good pass rusher on you. Does Baltimore have it? I don't know. If he went to Philadelphia, I could see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you talk about the defensive side of the football, particularly edge rusher, Aiden Hutchinson missed most of the season. They struggle to find pass rush.
Detroit's never picked this late. What's it like?
Left on the board, the guy from BC, Donovan Ezaraku, Mike Green is on the board.
Good for Detroit.
They need to
Who do you think they're going to take?
This is a playoff team that
pass
wants to
rusher.
compete for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're going defensive line, 100%, right? They have been talking about trading Jameson Williams.
I don't think it happened.
Here's the thing. I love J-Mo. I really love J-Mo.
Yeah, we could have had him too, by the way.
Marcus,
I mean,
You know that, right?
We don't need him.
Dad,
We don't need him.
Dad must be listening because he just texted me. He's like, I can order more. That's no problem. The higher in quantity, the cheaper. If I order a dozen, it's $25.
There you go. Well, Mark, sign me up for one. I'll give Bryce some money. Just let me know what the price
And
is.
he only played in 5 games last year. So, Mel, what direction do we look at?
Clearly,
That's
it's
smart,
25
dude.
to make.
That's our dope.
If it's 25 to make, we're gonna have to charge you 50 to make a profit.
Oh yeah. I'll give you $22 in pennies, especially if you're delivering to Mark Meyer.
Hey, relax.
In the 2025
Take it to the bank.
The Detroit Lions select
Money's money, right?
Tyleek Williams, defensive tackle.
Tyleek Williams.
Okay.
But that's a reach. Take it down.
All right, so not an edge, a dominant run defender. At
Yeah,
334
it's a little bit of a reach.
Also compressed the pocket for the national champs at 11.5 sacks in his college career.
I'm out of drinks.
I had Derek Harmon higher than him. That was the only other person I had higher than him
Yeah,
I got an opportunity to train him and take him
at the position, but they're getting Aiden Hutchinson back, who's going to be fully healthy, right?
You got to win in the trenches in the NFC North.
Well, and their offensive lines are already
All right, let's
good.
talk about
Really good.
green room invites. Jahad Campbell's still sitting there in the green room.
I'm sitting here looking at my
Mhm.
notes. He primarily aligned
Maxwell
at the 3 second.
Harrison still
The
sitting
second
there
thing
in
I
the green
put
room.
was excellent flex.
See you
body
tomorrow.
control and balance and center.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Will Johnson
for
still
someone
sitting
with
there.
that body that's so
And
thick,
Jalen
Will
Mitchell
Johnson's
still
so
sitting
fucking crazy.
able to hold double teams, doesn't get turned.
Maxwell
doesn't get
Harrison
shoulder turns.
kind of is a
Hey,
shocker
they're
to
probably
me
figuring
too.
this.
It's one of those.
We don't like somebody on the outside on the edge.
eyeing him
What's the
late
quickest way
in
to
the
get to the
draft if
quarterback?
you're
We're just
right
going to
there.
See, the
collapse that
Commanders,
body
I'm
inside out.
kind of interested in who they will take. They
Yeah,
could
you went to
literally
the-
go anywhere.
I would trade. You trade back.
Hey, my dad says, I love you too.
There was only a 3% chance he'd be available by the time we got here. He is Mel's 5th
Hey,
rated player on
shout out
the
to
board.
Mark, dude.
He's still
Great
available
hat.
at 29.
Shout out. Hey, congratulations on Ashton Genty.
Sure, I told him. Actually,
No,
texted your dad at
I said from the get-go he wasn't getting past the Raiders at 5.
The boundaries of innovation to
Here's
power
what I
the
told Wood.
You
I
got
told
top
him.
3 talent at 5, so.
Experience the industry's most
Mark will say I didn't
powerful
say it,
pressure
but
washer with
I said
advanced
nice.
digital controls.
Raiders are taking
String
Genty,
trimmer
and I
so
told him that at
loads the line with the push of a button.
11:59 a.m. today.
Mhm.
11:59.
Takes innovation to the
He didn't say anything. He left me on red.
Because he was waiting for Tyler Warren to be
Gosh darn it, guys.
add to the tight end room.
I told him they were taking Genty. Good for them, dude. Good pick.
For the best deal of all time,
Oops,
gotta be
did the
Wendy's.
wrong thing. You guys went away for a second.
Because not everything in life is
Don't fuck us over.
Well, I went
I
away
don't-
too, so.
I don't go away. I'm like HIV. I'm here for life.
Don't sweat. Get our best deals on smartphones like iPhone 16 Pro on us with your choice of our best.
Who are the
deals.
Commanders
That's
taking
AT&T
right now?
guarantee.
Okay, Magic
And right
Johnson.
now, trade in your iPhone.
They're taking trade calls right now.
Towards your new iPhone.
No, great
They literally
presentation,
can go any way they want
Could you
to.
email me the part about Geico, making it easy to switch and save hundreds?
Oh yeah, sure.
If they went somewhere, it'd be defense, right?
The Commanders?
True.
You don't know my name.
But here's the thing: they could go offense.
Of course I
too
know
as
your
well.
name. I just get you mixed up with the
I
other
mean, you
guy.
got
What's his
you
name?
got Terry
What's your name?
McLaurin, you got
Switching
older,
sides.
kind of whatever Debo. You could get another wide receiver because you don't
Could you just tell me?
I
want
would.
this
don't
to be
really
over?
have that.
I don't think
But-
Luther Burden. You think
Yeah,
Luther Burden
no.
going here? No, that doesn't because Luther
Debo
Burden's the
2.0.
next.
I
He's
think
the next.
they have good D tackles. They don't really have an edge rush.
Yeah, it's
Mike-
offensive line
Mike-
for me.
Mike Green's still sitting there. Yeah, I mean
I
Simmons.
can't believe he's fallen this far. I love Mike Green.
After seeing what he
Hey,
did against
no, you're
Ohio
getting
State-
value. Like
Yeah.
whoever takes him, you're getting value out of it.
You are.
Is Mike Green about to
So-
be the dropper to the Eagles? Like, there's always that guy that just falls to the Eagles.
Yeah.
I fucking hope not.
Caleb, dude.
There's no way they'd take that. Your guys' cornerback room's already solid, right?
I mean, we could do another cornerback because Darius Slay is old.
A
So then
little
you have-
slot. But Darius Slay's a safety, isn't he?
No, Darius
Or
Slay
he played some safety this year.
He's Quinion Mitchell's our guy, like DB1.
Yeah. Yep.
DeJean is our nickel, and then Slay is our number 2. Well, Slay's older.
Okay.
So
You guys took back Slay?
Yeah, we got him for like one more year.
Yeah, but
No,
Slay's
no,
a
no,
high.
no, no,
Slay's
no,
a-
no, no. Slay's the Steeler, so we don't have
Slay's
it.
Steeler.
So we could. Sorry, I'm thinking last year because he was gonna leave, and then we got him back. Will Johnson, opposite of fucking
The official hotel of the
Quinion Mitchell. We'd have a young core for about 3 to 4 years.
Commanders are making the next selection at number 29 after a magnificent season led by their young
What a
quarterback,
draft.
Jaden Daniels, all
What a
over the NFC
yeah, dude.
Championship game, and
I was
now
killing it the first
making
about
all of these
10 to
additions
15
with
picks, and
this
after that,
year
it's gone.
season, most notably
It's
I
got.
can't believe
got
Shadur's not going to be a first round pick.
He will be.
That's, he's not going to be.
Kansas City will trade back for sure. They don't. There's nothing up here besides linemen that they take.
Luther Burden, dude. Just do it.
And the production that he had at Marshall this year, you get off the edge, you get after the quarterback.
Yeah,
Here's
do you
the thing
like
I would say, Greedy. Think about the theme of the night. When you have a young quarterback, you help the young quarterback either with the receiver.
Mike Green
or
would be a good
protection.
pick, so.
I think they help the young quarterback some way.
We're going to find out
Simmons
in a moment. Here comes the
is still
commissioner,
available.
Number 29, Washington. The pick is in, and here comes Roger Goodell with the selection.
We can take Bryce Lamphere-Meyer
With the 29th
out of
pick
Iowa.
in the
Perry, Iowa.
2025 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Josh Connerly Jr.
Connerly, all right.
Tackle, Oregon.
Interesting pick, so they take the
It's not a bad pick.
Everybody's like, interesting.
for the tackle. Josh Connerly has been on the radar a long time.
I had him going to the Chiefs.
Lineman in the country in high school.
Really?
Played in all 13 games as
Dude,
a
3 more
freshman at
picks.
Oregon, started all 14 as a sophomore.
Dude, it's flown by.
Last year as the Ducks went
Well, yeah, you've been drunk for most of it.
Steadily improving
Hey,
player. Greeny, a kid who was
allegedly
outstanding
drunk.
throughout the course of the year. We talked about what he was able to do.
At least someone's drunk on this podcast. 2 drunk guys in a football podcast. You're not drunk, Skinny. What are you doing?
Bro, I killed 3/4 a gallon of apple pie. I can't.
Allegedly. Allegedly it was apple pie. It sure did look like,
Oh, they took Connerly?
It was apple pie, Marcus. I'm not a fuck.
I heard it was apple juice.
That was not apple juice. How dark that was.
Jordan heard it was apple juice too.
If anything, it would have looked more like apple cider.
Skinny, you don't have to lie to me, dude. You can tell the truth.
Yeah, I drank apple cider all night because I just love apple cider.
Drink apple cider vinaigrette.
Ugh.
That's a. Hey, Connerly's a solid pick though at 29.
You give him one more year at Oregon, he's probably a top 5, top 10 pick.
You're gonna gotta protect your quarterback who just got you to the fucking NFC Championship game.
True.
He's got nice feet.
Phil's gonna take Luther Burden.
Knock you off the ball. Got beat a couple times on
Oh,
inside.
you think they're going wide receiver again, huh?
No, they're not going to. But
Make sure Jaden Daniels is straight. Make sure that he got some people who can knock guys off the ball. That's a nice pick for them.
Luther Burden's not a bad spot if you want 5 years out of a guy.
it's true. Here's the thing. Josh Allen last year showed me he wasn't overrated though.
Yeah.
He
I never
played
thought he
good.
was. I never thought he was overrated.
Some people did though. Some people really did.
I thought he runs the ball too much.
I thought he was better last year though.
Yeah, he didn't run the ball as much as he normally does, or like.
They need to get an explosive back in the backfield.
Josh Allen.
I know they got Deebo Samuel, and he's a jack of all trades. But they
Josh
got
Allen.
some nice things going on. And
It was my first year I ever drafted a quarterback higher than round like 9.
Yeah.
And it almost worked out for me.
Taking it all the way. There's 78 wins,
The Travis Etienne pick is what completely fucked me. But I drafted Josh Allen. I was the first person to draft a quarterback last year in our league. I've never done
Yeah,
that.
Etienne's brother's the better running back too.
Never drafted a quarterback.
You think Etienne? You really think he's better though?
Johnson's a top 10 to 15 player.
Really?
No doubt about that. Buffalo to see Will Johnson there at this point has to, I think, surprise a lot of people. Maxwell Hairston ran great, had a really good junior camp 2024 campaign.
They're the same player.
Had 5 picks 2 years ago.
One's cheaper though.
One's gonna be way cheaper.
Thomas from Florida State. Both of these guys. I mean, they're those long, tough, man-to-man cover guys. Great jump ball skills. You know, win at the catch point down in the red zone. These are the kind of guys that Sean McDermott would like to deal
Bills
with.
are picked. I thought they were going to trade out.
It doesn't.
That's right. I'll tell you
So-
what, he's a Jalen Ramsey-looking type of guy. Long, tough, can play inside of the stars.
They're in a good position though too, but they gotta be fucking cheap.
Well, the other one too is,
Coaches down in Ole Miss
are
said
the
they
Browns
want
even
equal
trying to
mindset.
trade up right now? Like, are they just like working tent
They
with?
think they're going to stick and pick it too in the second
Well,
round.
because the Titans drafted.
But then you
their
only
quarter-
get 4 years.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The difference between the second round and the first round is you get 4 years or
Compared to
5 years
yeah.
of paying on the paying first round.
But I feel like you gotta take. At this point, this is where it's kind of like you take that bait for Sanders. Like you just do it. It's that extra year is almost worth it.
Well, I would say
Kind of worth it, I guess. Or even Jalen Milroe going right now. I'm not gonna be like, why? I understand. Because Jalen Milroe has the capability to play. You just need to work on his, like, I think he's a better Anthony Richardson, worse Josh Allen in terms of what's coming.
In terms of ceiling floor?
Yeah. And even, like, Anthony Richardson was kind of ass in college. You know, like, he wasn't good, like, that great.
So was Josh Allen?
Yeah, no, I'm not. Again, I'm not saying that. But Anthony Richardson right now has not shown that
He could throw the ball 80 yards.
improve. Just
Yeah.
improve.
Yeah.
He
Or
can throw
have
the
that.
80. He can throw 80 yards. Not accurate though, Jordan.
not
Josh
accurate.
Josh Allen at least turned into a fucking MVP, you know, caliber quarterback.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
Jalen Milroe with the right.
Yeah, let's wheel out the special visitor here.
Stepping up to have an even greater impact as a wish maker.
That turtleneck is fire though.
For the second time tonight, we have
It is
the
nice.
opportunity to grant a wish for a deserving young man.
Except if I think what I think it is I think his chain's too. Yep.
Tommy,
That other chain's too tight, man. It's too tight.
Hey, 2 chains.
Hey, I wear 2 chains all the time. They got to be below the neck. 1 chain can't be on the neck, especially if people can't see you standing straight up.
is a huge Buffalo Bills fan, and he's
White
here with
Ryan
me to
Shazier,
make the
dude.
announcement for his beloved Bills.
On Two Drunk Guys in Football podcast, we support all people.
We do. Chains or
Yeah.
no chains.
Standing, no standing.
Standing, no standing.
I'll stand for you.
The Buffalo Bills select Maxwell Harrison. Let's go!
Oh, wow. Maxwell Hairston.
Let's go indeed.
Oh, did not have him going in the top 2 rounds, actually. Had him going late.
Really?
Mhm.
2-year starter, 6 interceptions, 3 of them came back for touchdown.
Dude, I really fucking
The
hope the
draft is
Eagles.
so weird, man.
I really hope the Eagles take Will Johnson. I'm not gonna fucking lie, bro.
Kenny, fuck you. Fuck you. I hate you so much if you guys get Will Johnson.
Dude, our Mike Green. Oh my goodness.
So I had Maxwell going in the early third round.
I had him going like middle to late second.
I'm looking at my mock draft here, and from what I'm seeing is he's already proven he's been injury prone, and he's not a great tackler at the position where you have to tackle.
39 vertical, 10
God damn, dude, I hate.
Move one spot back because you know you're good. So what Georgia player are we taking this year?
We're not all of them.
That's what happens. That's why you slip down.
God damn it, dude. I hate Philadelphia so much.
But look, Sean McDermott will get him right. They need to.
They really thought that, or no, I guess you can't say that they thought Kansas City was going to trade up. They thought somebody else was going to come up and snag this guy.
Well, the other one too is, I mean, Kansas City, you both need defensive line, you both need offensive line, you both need edge, you both need safety. The only other difference would be, we don't need, they need a wide receiver more than a cornerback. Well, we need a corner, you know, like, so
yeah.
There's four
your comparables, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys didn't give up a lot for a defense. 164th pick.
Okay, so like I understood Minnesota trading up the one pick because when Penix went early,
yeah,
it scared us because that was then we were worried Denver was going to trade up, right? So like that made sense to me. This does not make as much sense.
This is also a fuck you to
let them cook the picks in.
This is also a fuck you of we just beat you in the Super Bowl.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you did bet that 6 or over 5.5 trades in the first round, do you just hit on the 32nd pick in the draft?
Dude, they want Sanders, dude. They're happy about it.
But I guess, do you count Philly and Kansas City trading picks as 2? You get what I'm saying? Maybe you don't.
Yeah, that's. I would count it as 2 because both.
Technically, it should, right? Like, you didn't pick at the spot that you were allotted.
Yeah. I'm actually interested to see what they do here because.
Max, you told me that you were going to practice.
Will Johnson, Mike Green, Jahad Campbell, Emin Worry.
Which one plays for Georgia?
None of them. Unfortunately.
Right, Marcus?
Well, they're not going to pick any of them. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, which one plays for Georgia?
I honestly
which one's not going to push you guys towards the Super Bowl, and that's what I want you guys to pick.
I honestly don't know which way we go here. I think we go defensive. I
Mike
don't
Green.
think we go
Mike
offensive.
Green.
The fact that both our teams sticked and picked today too,
But
or
like-
well, didn't stick,
But like Will Johnson
stayed in the
just
first
makes-
round. I didn't think either of our teams were going to stay in the
I didn't
first
think
round.
so either.
Will Johnson makes sense. Just because we have DB still, if he's injury prone, let him get some,
Dude. You guys are 2 years away. If you guys take Will Johnson, 2 years away from having the best secondary in the NFL, and I'm gonna fucking pick myself.
But like, even Mike Green, dude, that would be. Well,
It would not be ideal for anyone else, but what are you gonna do?
who did they like that they thought Kansas City might have taken? Because you know these conversations are like, who are you taking? Oh, you're not like, you know, like. there's
Yeah,
some-
no. When you get a little inside information
Oh,
when you
are
do
you
it.
taking an edge or a defensive line player? Okay, that's fine. You can move in front of us because we're gonna take a DB.
Dell AI and Intel.
Or you say that
Yeah.
because you weren't just gonna draft their guy.
Yeah.
You know what they want.
Clearing the way
I'm very interested to see who they take.
so you
What was? Do you have the whole trade
where you belong.
outcome from here? So what was the finalized?
Just a 164th pick is what I saw. 164.
So you moved up and they gave away a 5th rounder.
Yeah, it wasn't. It really wasn't that bad.
Right, which ain't much. Like, okay, you just won a Super Bowl. Do you really need the 5th round pick?
He shared membership.
Or do you really like the guy?
We have 4 5th-round picks.
USA.
You're right.
Check if you're eligible today.
So, like I'm saying, like that makes sense. Like, oh yeah, I'll move up to get the guy you really like.
Yeah, one spot. Give up one of our 5th-round picks. Where
yep, you still have
3 more.
Yep.
And they're all within like 10 to 15 picks of each other. So it's not even.
I hate Howie Roseman, but that man can cook, man.
Well,
you can.
Well, hold off here a little bit. Ever since we threatened to get him fired type of thing going on, he's been cooking. Like,
you had to put his job on the line.
Yeah, the Jalen Rieger,
yeah, that was before he started cooking.
Yeah, the year before that he took.
I mean, the Vikings coaches and front office personnel laughed at you guys.
Yeah,
they straight up laughed at you guys when you took Jalen Rieger over us.
Time either how we had all the control, I guess. I think.
Yeah.
It kind of.
Now they gave it to him after that.
Yeah.
And that's when it started turning out right for you.
Yeah, because
makes sense, right?
Because like when Chip was there, Chip Kelly was basically
the GM too.
GM too.
Yeah.
And then
he had final say on player personnel.
Yeah. And then after
Chip
that,
did. Yeah.
Which most of it.
No, you never give that to a coach, especially a first-year coach, especially a first-year coach that has never coached in the NFL before.
But you have to think some of his draft picks that he had were guys that were solid for us. It was just more of trying to bring that college style into the NFL.
Yeah. He was trying to tell multi-millionaires that they couldn't drink protein shakes.
Yeah. Well, like Deshaun Jackson,
or they had to drink certain protein shakes.
He got rid of Deshaun Jackson because his music studio had gang-affiliated people.
Yeah.
Going there, it's like.
Yeah, he was trying to change the culture in the wrong way.
Kept Riley Cooper after saying the N-word.
Yep. Meanwhile, Belichick was just winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl with a serial killer on his roster.
Hey,
I
don't think.
I honestly don't know where
Aaron Hernandez.
The Kansas City Chiefs have traded the 31st pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 31st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select
Jahad Campbell. I don't think I could do that though. The team that just beat you to win the whole thing calls you and offers you just to move up.
Whoa.
I'd be like,
I'd
still be a little salty.
Did he just say he had a commitment at the age of 16?
Yeah. A lot of these guys have commitments. A lot of these guys have commitments at 13, bro. You don't know that? You don't realize that?
I guess I never really thought about.
There are 8th graders getting full-on scholarships.
Yeah, but some of these dudes like don't start
before
playing
they even
until they're like junior year. You know, like some of these dudes, it's like I didn't pick up a football until I was 17 years old. It's like what the fuck?
Then you're banking on potential.
Yeah.
Which the risk reward is different for
and
that.
Kansas City, who are they taking?
Yeah, that's a good pick. I like that.
I like
lineman.
that.
Lineman. Yeah, Jahad Banks. I had comp to Dallas Turner from last year, who we traded up for, right?
I mean, the true linebacker position, we had Zach Bond, All-Pro, which he's not going to be an All-Pro again. There's no fucking way. But this definitely helps.
And the Chiefs are going to take, I have no idea, Dixon, so.
Dude, there's still a safety on the board.
Yeah, no, I will say, I did comp Jahad Campbell to Dallas Turner. So, like, it makes sense. You trade up for a guy that you're going to get an extra year. Because to me, it always seems like the Eagles like these defensive guys, and then they don't they don't turn the page until like year 2, year 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So it's like, do you necessarily, is that the biggest need? No, but if it's talent standpoint and you got somebody in the room, you can see them, you know.
And one thing to think is,
it's a good draft.
Will Johnson might keep falling because if Howie Roseman is like a guy that should have been top 12 draft pick is having these issues, I'm like, you know, Cooper DeJean was projected to be a first-round pick, not injury related, but we got him in the fucking second round, you know, like,
yeah. Nobody wanted to give him 5 years. Is essentially what Will Johnson thing is. Unless the Chiefs take him right here, but
just traded up for you.
I would say they would probably rather go get. Well, to me, everything that makes sense is Bond, right? Isaiah Bond.
Like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
What is it like
because Xavier Worthy's gonna get suspended, right? For the.
Might even do so.
Yeah.
There we go.
So you're out two potential wide receivers already.
Burden over Bond.
If I'm the Chiefs, I'm taking defense. You got either attack, offensive line, or defense.
Offensive line.
You got completely obliterated.
I would take offensive line. The Eagles proved.
Yeah,
you can beat as long as you only have to rush 4. You can beat the Eagles, or you can beat the Chiefs.
How bad
sitting there.
Bond ran in the 40-yard dash. There's no way he's a first-round pick.
You've got 20 picks in the next 2 rounds
okay.
to use as ammunition. And now
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
They've said that
he did have surgery on one
against a lot of Hall of Fame wide receivers. So like, I don't necessarily. Here's my take. I don't necessarily judge the combine on everything because like Russell Westbrook to the NBA, like the dude, to me, if you're a triple double every night, you're more valuable to me, right? But they don't look good. Like some of the shit doesn't look good. Like getting 10 points barely doesn't look good.
Here's the thing though, Jordan. If we're talking about Marvin Harrison Jr., who tested out bad, who didn't test out for anything in the combine, but if he tested out bad, like say he ran a 4.5, I'd be like, okay, I understand that. By Isaiah Bond,
Here's the thing I say about the Chiefs. The only time Patrick Mahomes
I don't know.
has lost a Super
I had a
Bowl,
first-round grade on
he
him.
was protected. You got to make
I
sure
don't
the
know.
kid's protected. This has to be some form of
I
protection.
did. I think Texas also like Ohio State. Texas also pushes out
Oh shit.
wide receivers, so I have a little more trust in
The
the.
Eagles, when the Chargers pick was up, the Eagles were trying to trade with the Chargers to move up and draft him.
Who?
Campbell.
Oh.
32nd pick in the 2025
Good, so they got
NFL draft.
who they
The
wanted
Kansas
for sure.
City Chiefs select Josh Simmons,
Yep,
tackle,
that makes
Ohio
sense.
State.
That's a good pick.
Yep.
You saw it coming.
I had him going. I had him going 25, I believe.
Yep, I had him going. Will Johnson, Mike Green, Emin Wari, Ezra Ruko are the only 3 that I have that are the 4.
That's a
that I
damn
have
good board, man.
That didn't get
Rice.
first round,
Rice did his
Hey.
work.
San Diego State, then Ohio State, right?
which is
Are
pretty
you
good.
gonna do Are you gonna do a recap on 2 and 3 tomorrow, or are you gonna do something for 2 and 3? There's some really good players tomorrow.
Low key, what time does the draft start tomorrow? Do you know?
6, I believe.
Low key,
6 Central.
if I can get my kids to go to sleep, I might hop on the live again. And
Okay.
I'll let you guys
Well,
know. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
let me know.
but-
I'll be ready. I was gonna watch it anyway. I usually second screen it. So
clearly I'll watch it, but if I can sneak away from the fam,
And they have one of the
Might
best
have to hop
defenders in
down on
the
the
NFL, Rick
hop
Cohen,
back
put
in
it on
here.
there
Might
yesterday.
stream it again. I don't know yet.
He will be
Just
a
depends.
bookend
Six
back.
is still kind of early for the kids,
Jordan.
but
Yeah,
We need to get you on an actual.
yeah. Give me on a
episode.
give me a pod. Yeah, give me on the podcast.
Well, hey,
I know you guys shoot on what, Wednesdays?
Yeah, you always have
Yeah,
bowling. That's
usually.
the problem.
And I have bowling that night. So
Every Wednesday. So
We
like
can do it Tuesday. Off season Tuesday.
Yeah, I would. If you guys give me a date, I can set something up too, and I'll.
When do you have bowling every Wednesday, or is it?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, because I bowl with Kate on Wednesdays. So like normally my Wednesday, but I can take a week off if like we
So,
need
like,
to do something.
you're
If that
telling me, like,
absolutely has to.
Like one of the first weeks in September,
You cannot dispute
you're
it.
bowling.
It just has to be healthy.
Oh no! Like, are you talking next season?
Yeah.
If you set me a date, if you send me a date now, then I can make it work. Because Kate, like we signed up for the summer league.
Yeah.
On Wednesdays still
during
too, but
during the summer, we're not gonna have a ton of actual episodes.
No.
just 'cause
yeah.
We'll
Well,
have-
there's
we'll
nothing.
have
There's not a lot. To
We
talk
might have
about.
an episode next week for recap, but that's not even
Yeah.
really an episode, and then the next episode probably won't be until fantasy football.
Or-
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be down. Just give me a date so I can tell them like, hey, this week I won't be here. I'll find somebody, and T White's in town, so he could sub for me too. So like I'll figure something out. Just let me. I just need to know in advance, not like the day before.
We'll let you know.
Well, all right, everybody. Thanks for whoever joined.
For sure. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Cheers. I drank all my shit, and I'm sober as fuck, which is crazy. Peace out. We will maybe be back on tomorrow. I don't know. Whoever
Hey,
else is here.
I'll try. I'll hit you up tomorrow because I'd like to do it again. I had fun.
Yeah, I might even get on just later at some point too. But
Yeah,
all
we
right.
can do a little recap.
Yeah.
Night,
All right.
gentlemen.